Because it's
Nah,
Vermont.
we're going on. Oh yeah, I mean from okay. You've already said it. You don't have to. I saw Vermont's results. If he didn't win Vermont, if Bernie does win Massachusetts, that'll be a little sad for Warren, but I will still be happy. Like that probably would be her indication to duck out.
And we can talk about this once the stream's live.
Oh, we are now live.
Oh, we are live.
Oh, how
Now
about
we
that?
are.
The Twitch page.
As of like a second ago. Hello, Stellario. Hi, Dr. Q.
Okay.
Jeez, my throat was totally clear a second ago. Now I'm on here, and I have a gross voice. I have a
You just
gross
said a gross
mouth.
mom?
I was gonna say I have a gross mouth. I'm like, that doesn't sound. That's not what I mean.
Advertising, or did you send that shit out as far as tweets and whatnot?
Just sent it now.
Oh,
Yeah, if you guys want to be real fancy, you need to go to the Drag It Show page and you host this, and then you go to
Oh, I
the
can do that,
Draggor
sure.
channel and host it.
I just
If you-
hosted you.
See, we're doing it.
like a hacker.
It's happening in a big way. That's right. Zippy Tanks is now hosting me.
Just like seriously /host. Shit.
I'm just here to fucking throw up noodles into this microphone, apparently.
Okay.
That's
let
what
me
we ate
tell
for
some
dinner.
People that
Was
were
some
asked.
ramen
Yeah, you did the thing.
noodles.
So special.
Everyone
I don't
should
have to keep
enjoy
that
my
window open
shirt.
forever.
What's your shirt? I didn't look.
Shirt. Gorgeous.
Oh, good.
Beautiful.
I think it just stays there.
This is the
That's cute.
TFF, the charity just made their own shirt, and I'm like, oh, it's a really good one. Okay, got to get a couple of those.
I heard TFF was fantastic.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. It never surprises me when that con is really fun, but it was once again pretty great. I think it's like my freaking 6th one or something. I've been going to that con forever now.
I think there's a mouse in here. Oh no.
Never even
That
heard of that
one-
con before this.
That one's
There's
next
a
on my
mouse in
list.
the
Like
garage.
BLFC was pretty highly rated, and now of the
Ah.
cons I have not been to, TFF and then Eurofurence are the two I think I want to tackle next.
Eurofurence is a good time too. It's just really expensive to get there. Once you're there, you're pretty much set. All right, chat. Before I start clicking on feeds and videos and results here, I'm kind of purposefully. It's gonna take like it's never. It's always like the results are in. It's like 1% of the vote, 0.00000, and you're like, okay. There's not necessarily gonna be anything to look at for a sec here, so I'm holding myself off. Can you guys hear me? What about Draggor? You talk.
I am talking now. Hello, chat.
Xander,
the
how
main
about
thing
you?
I'm going to want to talk about once we get things going is thoughts on should Warren have done like Klobuchar and Pete did. And I'm really torn on that whole concept.
Having her drop out and endorse Bernie, that's assuming she would. I think that if anyone, she is more likely to drop out and endorse either no one or Biden because of backroom shit. Where they're like, hey, Liz, how about you? But she doesn't even need to. Like, she's already a senator, which is a pretty high, it's got a pretty high position. Like, as far as elected positions go, it's one of the highest ones in the freaking country. So, like, I don't know, governor? Does she want to be the governor of Massachusetts? Like, in my ideal world, she drops out and goes, yeah, Team Progressive, me and Sanders. Come on, all I'm right. But I think she's more about playing the game than that, which is also the reason that she was not my first choice. I don't know. Anything could happen. I'm not a fortune teller. Liz could come out and do some great stuff. But in the last couple of weeks, all the news has been like, Liz has really big super PAC suddenly. And we're like, oh.
The secret PAC.
It wasn't even a secret. It's just like, I'm doing
The
it now. Well,
bastard.
she didn't come out. God damn it.
Sorry.
I'd rather she had that pack. If pack was on her just regular. Oh no, it'd be super. So he's like twice as tall.
Yeah.
Super
no,
pack.
he's twice the bastard.
His
He's
hair's just
twice
twice
a
as wet.
Oh,
Yeah,
He
no,
wears
it's-
the same wrestling uniform.
It's twice as patchy. There's twice as much just like missing what look like missing chunks of his head. Yeah, I mean, same time, if Liz suddenly, like, tomorrow was like, guess what? I'm endorsing Bernie and blah, 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 and I'm disclosing my donors. Like, cool, you're back again. But I don't.
Did she just do the fucking burr? I'm endorsing Bernie.
That would be great. I'd be into
Feel
that.
the burn.
Feel the Okay, I'm gonna click on
The
the
air
results
horn.
here. Can you guys hear Xander? Xander's hearable. Thank you, Dr. Q. Then we'll
Hooray,
deal with
thank
the
you.
whatever feed I put up's volume, but that's easier to adjust.
I am finally in the active chat.
I have coffee in one hand, got some wine in the other, and between the two of these, we're gonna have a good night.
That jug
Maybe.
is filled with wine.
No, it's you fool. Just filled with wine. You can so tell it's the same guy's voice pitched down like 2% just to be a little different. That dragon was that dragon was full
Alkali
of
is
wine.
here. Wonderful.
Oh, nice. Hey, we got to open this. Have you guys ever seen a box of wine before? Not you, the listeners. I'm sure you guys have. You're white. And
You
an
trying to
adult.
insinuate something, Pepper?
Box wine.
I mean, this could have been a plant, but because it was pulled from an audience, but I can't remember if it was Dave Chappelle or somebody else, and they're just like, white people, what do you drink? And apparently someone in the audience said, box of wine.
Dude, anyone in the suburbs with the mom knows box wine.
Dude, box wine, like, this is just barefoot. This isn't even like box brand wine. It's like regular wine, but in a box. It costs $14, and it's, the box tells me it's 4 bottles. It's 3
I know about
liters.
Robert Mondavi because that's my mom's wine of choice.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, that's the box winery that my family owns. And I was going to say,
The box winery.
yeah,
I would
specifically
love
box winery.
To be able to say my family owns a box winery, Pepper.
Would you like to come to our box winery? You always have to say box for some reason, even though it's still grapes. Like, it's still wine. You still have to say box winery. Like,
It's kind of like in wrestling. No one ever just says wrestler Joey Ryan. They always have to say famous dick wrestler Joey Ryan.
famous dick wrestler. So, okay. What you do is you
True.
puncture. You have to get it to emerge from its box-like sheath to dispense.
Oh my
its
god, this is for the people
delicious
that grew up with
grape.
Capri Sun.
'Cause it is that. Okay. Then you get a spouty out here. I'm doing this in the worst way possible because I want
I'm
to have it
watching.
visible. And I got my little boop. Then you push the button, and is it gonna work or is it gonna dump all over me? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, it's working. And there you go. It
Hearing
pees
this
out
and then
some.
watching the results later is fascinating. It's like I
Peas
can
out.
take bets based on the noises you make.
Shut up. And boom, you got just in time
Boom,
for
powerbomb. Did it again.
Boom. Oh,
How
he's
big-
going for it. Oh.
See, Sue Deer's funny. She's like, "How big is this dick that it can be wrestled?" Joey Ryan is a wrestler who wrestles with his dick. Actually, he has some matches that are like. So we all know about just regular wrestling, and then there's a lot of people are aware that there's also comedy wrestling. Joey Ryan is somewhere. He's kind of a comedy wrestler, but really he's more of like a horny wrestler.
So
Like,
it's kind of
His matches are he just like basically like dry fucks people, and those are his matches.
he's the Aerosmith of wrestling. He is
Yeah, I can
sleaze
see that.
wrestling.
The Aerosmith of wrestling. Holy shit.
Just way oversexed. It's like,
There's
and a lot of
him,
his
there's
matches are.
Danhausen, there's Effie.
If you look at his non like big deal matches he does, like stuff he just does with other companies, it's a lot of like male on female where he wrestles like some chunky lady and they basically fuck for 45 minutes and that's the match. Like, it's just, well, chunky and non-chunky. Sorry, I didn't mean to add like a mean disclaimer there. but it's not like him and some little matchstick he's throwing around. It's like another real wrestler and they do actual moves, but it always ends up with a lot of like face and crotch and other which happens in regular wrestling. They just don't accent it. Never mind. Joey Ryan does a completely normal wrestling match, but just pauses every time he gets to a sexual looking move.
It's all about the pause and the wink to the camera.
Yeah, it's about like, he just acknowledges how sexual some of these moves are. Okay, let's get in here. Let's click on the Bloomberg Network ABC and see what they
Why
have
do
to
you have
offer.
to start with that?
That's what's on my
Did I
homepage
hear
of YouTube.
Bloomberg won something?
Oh my God! Please don't let that. Don't say anything yet. If you want something I can't know.
Endorsed Bernie Sanders yesterday. He's got a lot of fight.
He won Samoa, I think.
I got to turn this audio down a little bit.
He got the Rock's family's vote.
The progressive movement has not been able to do that yet.
Did Bloomberg win in American Samoa?
Yeah, he won the Rock's family's vote. I told you.
Organizations coalescing around Bernie Sanders.
Look, American Samoa, I'm trying to convince people that you deserve voting rights. This isn't a fucking good sign if you're going for Bloomberg.
Let's not make you a state if you can just get bought by him. It's the state of Bloomberg now, baby.
Is he just trying? Does he just wait? Did Bloomberg just buy a lot of American Samoa and like put people there so they could vote for him? Is that what happened? Did you fly people out there?
Of money.
Okay. Oh, Warren's got some delegates finally. Bloomberg's got. The fact that Bloomberg has more than zero fucks me up so much. How many people are just like, you know what? This rich guy is right.
He should, at the end of all of this, take how much he spent and figure out price per
voter.
delegate.
I'd say per voter even. Per delegate is gonna look real bad.
Well, but that's what it is. He bought delegates.
It's gonna look even worse. It's like, remember Jeb Bush's campaign? He spent over $1,000 per vote, and you're like, he could have just gone around and given people $1,000 to vote for him, and it would have been as effective as his entire campaign.
It would have been more effective because then they would have had disposable income and money would have been back in the hands of the people.
Griff, how much would it cost to buy your individual vote? Oh my God! Thank you very much, Gunsy, for subscribing and giving me my sexy cord.
I mean, I guess. All right, are we saying like hypothetical buying your
Like-
vote and
like-
it would have consequence of changing it?
In real life, Bloomberg comes up to you and says, "Here's $1,000. You just have to vote for me, and if you don't vote for me, it'll magically disappear." Like, we're doing absurd things because this is absurd anyway. Would you vote for Bloomberg for 1,000 cash dollars once?
I am lucky enough to say that at $1,000, no, I would not. But
I don't-
understand that I am lucky to be able to say that.
Yeah, my price is probably somewhere between 1,000 and 5,000 because I love to. I could be philosophical, but if it really happened, I don't know.
I mean, like, yeah, it would have to bring significance to me. That's the price point, hand wavy answer I'll give.
Such an active player in this Democratic
Yeah.
Well, listen,
Makes
what we
sense.
know about the president is that
I
he
mean,
wants
what
to
you
be
could
the
do
center
is
of
like a lot of Bloomberg people are doing:
And right now, he's got
work
no
for his
race,
campaign,
and he's
take
a
the money,
racehorse
and then go
who wants
canvass
a
for Bernie
race.
Sanders.
And so he wants to move it, from day to day.
Oh,
in the
tell you
area he
what,
wants. So
one thing
some days
Bloomberg
he's
staffers
talking
are very
about
willing to do
Sanders,
is talk
some
to
days he's talking
reporters.
about Biden. It just depends on.
Why the motherfuck is Chris Christie on my television right now? ABC, I'm out. I can't do it. Nope. I cannot
Here
take.
there's,
cannot take Chris.
Republicans telling people to vote for Biden.
Oh yeah, because they'll know we'll fucking lose.
Hold on, I had to fix my
Pepper,
Patreon
what if
link on my
Bloomberg
fucking
offered to pay him
website.
Twitch bits?
Twitch bits? No.
Wait, I got one better. What if it was gum?
Bloomberg paid me in gum. Is that the economy we're moving towards?
Bloomberg pays you in gum.
Oh, Sif is talking about the Twitch bits. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Would you vote for?
I can't wait for
All right, where are
Bloomberg to come back with MC Hammer to do Too Legit to Quit again.
Wait,
He's
again?
not gonna
That
fucking quit.
happened?
Huh? It could.
I want to see Tom Steyer do the back of that vote up dance a few more times. That was great.
Oh yeah, that was fucking crazy.
Tom Steyer gonna endorse?
Tom Steyer. I think he went either no one or probably Biden. It'd be really cool if he endorsed Bernie because he seems to like want to be Bernie's friend.
Didn't he originally want to be a donor to Bernie, and Bernie's like, "You're a billionaire, fuck off."
I don't know. I feel like I've heard that story, but
Steyer seems like
I've
he
heard
loves
it.
the
story, I don't
environment,
know
so he might.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but the anecdote. Right, here we go.
Oh, ho.
Oh no, Massachusetts is a top toss-up between two people who are not Liz Warren. Oh, oh, poor Liz. That's a bummer.
Look at there. It's
Well, you know what?
Wow,
Liz
Biden
gets
with
to have.
33%. Sanders
Ooh,
close behind
okay.
him. Warren. This is her
Look at
home
that.
state.
Oh no! Even the announcer's like, "This is her home state." Let's not be.
This is her home state.
Let's not be too shitty to Liz Warren over here.
There, which means it could go
Well,
either
all right,
way.
let's be perfectly fair.
Keep going through
I still
these
like
states.
and support Warren,
Bernie
but
Sanders won Maine
I can point
in
an easy finger to the things she's said and
and
done, or
is
her
leading
campaign rather.
there.
I don't know
In
who's.
Oklahoma,
I mean,
a
it is
toss-up
her
at
campaign,
this
but
hour,
I understand
which
they're
means it could
big
go either
things.
way.
What?
Hasn't made
Oh,
some of the wisest
God.
decisions
There's
when
the
you're
vote
dealing with
tally.
Bernie been saying the same goddamn thing his whole life for 40
Estimates
plus
there.
years Sanders.
Polls close at the bottom of the
Yeah,
hour.
people are gonna
In
notice when you change
Arkansas,
your tune.
We'll have the results as they come in.
I mean,
Plus, a
yeah,
look
it's
at
like
the
you
role
said.
of healthcare
I really
in
like
tonight's primaries.
2015 Liz Warren.
Washington Monument,
She
like
was
you've never
awesome.
seen it before.
Exactly.
Tuesday, right here on
2000 and
She wasn't taking super PAC money. It was great.
2018 Warren was still pretty great.
Hey,
Most of 2019
pre-election,
Warren, very good.
Pre-Bush running election, gosh, John McCain was way better than bought and paid for John McCain.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh, they
well,
bought him out hard.
McCain's like a lot of right wing people actually. There's one or so
Draggor's
issues
like, I
that
like
he's very good
dying
on.
John McCain.
You're so mean. Well, like John McCain had two issues I always wanted to hear his opinion on, and that would be like torture and some foreign policy, because like he's been in wars and he's been tortured, so his opinions on that are like, no, we probably shouldn't be torturing people, and no, we probably shouldn't just be killing all these civilians willy-nilly. So it's like, cool, bring in McCain for that. Who was the guy? I don't even remember his name anymore, but he was like the diplomat sent to China under, I think, Bush. He was this like young up-and-coming Republican dude who just disappeared off the face of the earth. But he worked in China. He spoke fluent Chinese, and his takes on like how we should work with China were always much more nuanced. He's like, well, we should talk to him, do this. Maybe we can, like, where everyone else is like, China bad. So like, it's weird how the more you're exposed to an issue and the more you know about it, the more nuanced all of your opinions become on it.
Crazy.
Well, like, and that's a tactic Sanders has been doing lately. He's been figuring out how to walk the line of, you know what, you want to know? Here's an info dump. Here's every detail. Go read it. But for the sake of this question, blah. And it took a lot of the wind out from people going, oh, how are you going to pay for it? How are you going to pay for it? And did you read? No? Shut up.
He's like,
I did
listen,
watch-
motherfucker, I got the sheets right here. And he brings out the fucking
Sheets.
paperwork.
I mean, I did watch the, what was it, the H. John Benjamin, aka the voice of Archer and Bob's Burgers and various other people. He
Coach
just
McGurk.
yeah, he did it's not that he did a Bernie ad, but he voiced the like a 3-part, well, 3 minutes each. What is Medicare for all? What does it do? How do we pay for it? Like, those are the 3 parts. So I just skipped to the third one because I'm like, I already am on board with this. Let me hear a cartoon character tell me how we can pay for it. And it's a tax on Wall Street speculation, which I wish they would spend more time with that on debates. But it's such a, as soon as you say that sentence, everyone falls asleep. A tax on Wall Street speculation. Everyone's like, I'm bored already. It's essentially, what is it? It's increase in capital gains tax. Capital gains being money that you earn by doing literally nothing, right? That's just like your money sat around long enough that it became more money in the stock market, so you get some money. And they're like, maybe we should tax that. Oh yeah, currently capital gains is taxed lower than income, and that's hilarious. I remember being mad about that.
And it is how most of those rich folks get even more of their wealth. It is
Yeah.
not standard income. It never has been.
Yeah, and it's taxed differently,
Standard income
lower.
is for the working class.
So income taxes are one thing, which is how most people make money, and then your capital gains and other such investment taxes are lower. Because they try to argue, it's like, well, you should just be able to keep more of this money. And it's like, yeah, but why? Like, did it make anything? Did it make a sandwich? Did it create like a screwdriver or a brick or anything we can use? Like, no, it was just money, and then it's more
Did it
money
make
now.
A sandwich?
Like, did it?
Alkali
did it
says,
create...
stop touching my gains.
Yeah, I know. Alkali will fuck your whole life up. If they're like, surprise, everyone's investing less.
Good.
Not investing less, just doing gambling less.
Okay, well,
investing is different.
largely
Is it?
where Alkali works, though, is futures and options, which is where all of the great wealth redistribution goes, because nothing of value is actually traded. A promise is traded.
Yeah, he's in the casino section of the economy.
Yeah, it is literal
casino
money
section.
redistribution.
Casino.
The old horse race section.
Which I don't want people to be out of work. Like I don't want working people who need to like pay bills and worry about that stuff. I don't want them to be out of work, that's the one bummer is a bunch of regular people or closer to regular people work at these markets, but moving around the money of the people they actually
You know how
own.
much other people in small businesses need folks who know how to work Excel and do finance shit,
Yeah, you
but
can
they
go be an
don't
accountant.
because there's this thing of being able to pay and hire for that stuff.
The coverage is back on, by the way.
Being able to do accounting is definitely not a useless task by any means. All right, back to the beginning here. Well, it's just gonna like keep doing the same. Only like 2 states are reporting, and they're at like 0%.
Charts here.
They're all at 0%, so we're just gonna be sitting here watching how much Biden is winning. That's
Black
all
voters
we're gonna see for
45 in Alabama
an hour.
love
And Jamal
Biden.
Simmons and
Amazing.
John Dickerson.
man.
South
mean-
Carolina was the firewall for Joe Biden, and he did so well with African
I don't
American
want
voters.
you don't want to
And
try to
as we
paint
look at these
groups as
states,
monolithic
he also
entities.
continued that
But
trend.
man, I wish I had a better explanation for why these southern states seem to go for Biden so hard. Is it really just like Obama residue? Is it just that there's a little bit of Obama still stuck to Joe Biden, and that's why people want to vote for him because they just really like the
Obama
Obama
residue.
with African Americans. If there's
Oh,
a
that's
general
so
election
gross.
strength a Democratic candidate needs to have, it's in the African American community. For states everywhere,
Where are they
into
voting for?
Pennsylvania,
I
don't get it. Whoa,
and
Biden's in
if he shows
third in
strength, that means
Texas?
There's a chance it might correlate.
Hey,
To
Texas
who?
is a big
For
one.
Bernie Sanders.
If
Yeah,
Bernie
they
took
thought he-
Texas by a
They
significant
thought he was
amount,
going to win
Inroads
Texas
into the
like by a
African-American
lot.
community,
They
that's one
thought
more hurdle he has
Biden
to
that was like
clear
a
if he
solid
wants to make a general
solid
election.
Biden state.
And
And
it
yes, I
shows
do
if you look
separate
at
Texas from the
2016,
South because they don't vote
in the
similarly.
primary,
Yes, I look at the
Sanders
chat sometimes.
also
Nomad
underperformed
Possum.
when it came to the
Hello,
black vote.
Alkali.
So it shows that his campaign, even with
Alkali
the
says they're voting
opportunity of
against
having
their
done this last
job.
time around,
Well,
hasn't been
hell
able
yeah.
to
That's the
make
thing. It's
up
not
that
even-
deficit, and it's something that he
Alkali's
constantly gets asked
too
about
like
on the
small
campaign
fish
trail,
to
and
for any
just
vote to be
hasn't
against
been
him at
able
this
to
point.
close that gap, but he has been
Well,
able to,
so
and
the other
when
thing
you
to
ask
keep
him,
in mind
always
is what
points to
he
Hispanic
does
vote,
is a
Latino
small
vote, and saying
percentage
that's the
of
minority
what
community that
Futures and
does
Options
respond
is.
to
It's
this
been
message.
dominated by
No, but
algorithmic
these
traders
numbers
for
are just
so long.
astounding
So
tonight.
what he does
Among
has
black voters,
essentially
the fact that
been
young
near
black voters,
extinct
we were just
for
looking at those numbers
going
in
on
Alabama
10
among
plus years.
18 to
He's like the
44.
last
It should be
blacksmith
Sanders
left,
should be winning
while
that
everyone else
vote
is
people
using
because
like
basically what he's done
factory
everywhere else.
production
So
methods.
It signals that, maybe
Alkali's
Just
out
checking,
there.
you guys can't hear the heater in the
Handcrafted.
background, can you?
there are
No,
signs
these
of
microphones
I
are
among
amazing.
younger voters
I hear a
Biden
gentle
is what we
whooshing.
need.
I'm going to give you a theory about this. With backed up by some of the numbers,
Really?
particularly from Virginia.
But with the people talking, it's
The
basically
whole
inaudible.
point, the Bernie Sanders
Wait,
theory
what?
of the case is that he can bring in
Sorry,
new
this guy's
voters,
talking about the
particularly
Bernie
young voters,
Sanders
and
theory.
get them to perform in a Democratic primary that would overwhelm
This whole
Pete's
round
still
table.
getting
the
votes.
establishment of the
I know.
Democratic
Well,
Party.
yeah, because
I'd
people
like to
voted a
change
month
that
ago for
word
some
a
of these
little bit.
elections.
What he's
Oh,
calling
right, good
establishment
point.
is really the traditional Democratic voter, right? Those are the people who
All right, but what
voted for
percent
Barack
reporting,
Obama, voted for
CBS?
Bill Clinton, won the popular
93%
vote
actually.
in presidential
Holy
elections.
shit.
but
Yeah,
that's
Oh, we're
Virginia's-
making Alkali
housewives.
sad.
Virginia's
I
ended
think
like an hour and a half
the
ago.
question becomes, is he really, how is Sanders performing?
Alkali,
with those
we're all
traditional
trying to get you to
Democratic
quit your
voters? He
job,
looks
so,
not
like-
very well. In Virginia, 77%
In that
of the
fight,
people who voted in
it's
Virginia
working
It's
for you.
chanted enough like a wrestling crowd. It might happen.
Quit your
Those,
job.
voters 50 to 23.
Your job.
Right.
Quit
And if
your
that goes up in these states going
My mom
across
just
the
sent
country,
me a
I think that's
text
something
with a
that you're gonna
picture
see that
saying
that's
Miller
pretty good.
time.
And in those states, those traditional Democratic
Miller,
voters are
what the
actually
fuck?
very
Why?
African Americans.
Oh, is it because your mom is just actually drinking Miller?
Tonight's about delegates, hard
Yeah.
numbers, real
I was
things
gonna
that
say,
will
is someone
lead to
running named
nominated for
Miller?
their party's
Yeah, I was like
presidential candidacy.
confused.
But it's also about
There's
an
so many
argument.
there were
There
so many
have been a
candidates. I'm
family
like,
feud in the Democratic
is your
Party,
mom still
and
for
every
this
piece of data is a
obscure,
better
some
piece
obscure
of the
candidate that
argument.
dropped
As
out
Jamal's
named
saying,
Miller?
Bernie Sanders' theory of the
I don't think
case
my
is,
mom
I
even
can build
knows
this
who the
and make it
Democratic
big.
front
So
runners
big I
are.
win, but
Yeah.
also so big I swamp
Just
Washington
tell them. Just
with
walk
the
up to every once in a while, and be like, "Hey
power
guys,
and
vote for
then
Bernie." Okay,
get
thanks.
all of these very exciting things I would like to get done.
Oh, yeah.
Done in
That's what I did with my
Washington. If you
parents in
can't build a
2016.
coalition
They're like,
of
you know what?
things
Yeah,
in
it's
the
fine.
party, how's he going to do that larger?
There was
So,
no argument.
I-
There was no long conversation. I'm like, he seems like a cool guy. Like, you know what? Yeah, he kind of does.
People responsible for helping raise money for the
They went
campaign,
for
and
it.
his is one that desperately needs cash. An unprecedented income.
Hold on, what'd they say
And
about
a
you
lot
quit?
of
I'm sorry,
people
Alkali.
asking
We're not
to
going
join
to
the
make you quit
campaign,
your
as Butler
job.
says.
Not.
I mean, we should though.
Unpublicly,
Alkali, quit your
alright.
job.
Bundler telling one of our producers raised $100,000 just last night from people
me I'm wrong.
who had been
Ugh.
supporting Amy Klobuchar.
Do I
and
pay
Pete Buttigieg. So
$15 an
the
hour?
votes
Well, I don't
say
have any
that the
employees,
desperately
and
needed
except for
cash that
myself.
Biden needs to close
And
the gap with Sanders.
do I pay myself $15 an hour?
And what I was told today was that there was a lot of pressure being
All
put
we know
on
is, Pepper,
Buttigieg
you
and Warren,
partake in what
I'm
we
sorry,
would
Buttigieg
consider
and
food
Klobuchar
abuse.
to turn some money out for Biden over the last couple days.
Food abuse.
Food abuse?
What is that?
It's not just a family
Feud
feud.
abuse?
It's them
I have
facing a
seen the
hostile
things
takeover
you
at the
do
party.
in your
That's how
home, and
some
it
of those
concerns
people,
me.
those people writing the
Look,
checks
I am a
view
very
it,
good
that
cook,
it is
and
really
everyone
claiming
should
the Democratic
appreciate my
Party
cooking
for what it
for
has
how
in the
good
past,
it
those
is.
traditional voters stood for, not a Democrat.
I think the acid test for cooking should be like people like me that are immunodeficient, where like a rogue egg might kill you.
Rogue egg. Can you not eat egg?
I mean, I can, but if it's, not fully cooked through, then there's that whole bacteria and salmonella risk.
Yeah, but come on. I've never gotten
All I'll
salmonella.
say is I quit eating dead animal and I stopped getting sick like almost immediately, like stomach sick.
I mean, that's
It just
good.
went the fuck away.
Thank you for following me.
Thanks
What,
for
were you
following
kicking all the time?
Kuroda-san. Well, I'm sorry. Well, not I'm sorry. I'm glad you've, even just since I've known you, you've like food experimented your way down to minimal pain, which is good.
I mean, it'll still be there. I am a genetic reject. I am the use case for why Medicare for all is necessary. Like, if I were to go to the doctor as much as I
Thank
should,
you for
my
following
job would
me.
fire me because I don't have enough time off and sick time to do it. And I
Yeah.
got
Here.
a good job, but
I
not in
mean,
that way.
That's kind of the key to having any kind of what's it called? What's it called when a condition just goes on and doesn't stop?
Chronic.
Chronic?
That's the prerequisite for having any kind of chronic condition in the U.S. is you must also have a really good job. So luckily, we take all the people with chronic diseases and just give them really, really good jobs. So everyone with them is fine and doesn't have to worry about anything. You just go to the doctor.
What about
As we
those
all
with chronic
know-
conditions that don't have great jobs? We don't talk about them.
They don't exist, Xander. This is America.
Yeah, that's right.
Those people have never existed. Everyone has always had enough money for whatever they want
Thank
to
you
do.
for following me.
Oh, I forgot. I'm so sorry. Did you see that
Oh.
clip of where Joe Biden's like, I have no empathy for the young generation? I was
He was
like,
talking to a
holy
bank,
shit.
I think, when he said that, right?
What's up?
He was talking to a bank or his like rich donors or something.
Something like that.
Oh, are we all right?
Biden on record saying like, if I win, nothing will change. Your stuff will stay the same.
Man,
Look at-
sure is great. We
Look
should
at the
make him
money
president.
worshippers. They're at a Bloomberg rally.
Ugh. Well,
Holy
yeah.
shit.
Well, you walk in, he hands you a 20. Like he stands at the door. He's just like, thank you, thank you.
yeah,
thank
you wave the
Come in.
20.
No, you
Yeah,
walk in,
that's
he
what they
hands
should be
you a
waving.
20, but as you're leaving, you have to give it back, and if you don't, you owe 100.
Yeah, no, you have to give back at $21. Like, well, look, this
They're
isn't
like-
a. What is this? A homeless shelter? They aren't charging for admission here. This isn't a New York City
We're
under
proud all
Bloomberg
these
homeless
flags are
shelter.
made in China. Woo!
Sorry,
Hey,
Bloomberg used a really old law and forced it to charge people rent for being in homeless shelters while he was the mayor. That's what I'm alluding to. Yay!
oh, I mean,
Such
I know he's a
good
piece of shit,
news.
but wow.
Yeah, they were charging like it was based on how much money people made, but they're like, this homeless person got $800 from the government this month, and then Bloomberg took 350 of it, and you're like, I wish I could just act surprised. Like I wish I could summon shock. But it's just like, yeah, sounds about
That
right.
sounds like a Bloomberg thing.
Sounds pretty much correct.
Sounds like Mike.
Ugh, gosh darn. Frickin' 8.6% of Vermont voted for Warren. I guess it's right by her home state. How the fuck is Tulsi Gabbard still here? Oh yeah, she's funded by a cult. Not funded by, but her parents are way
If
into
you're
this
talking about Joe
cult.
Rogan, you're partially correct.
No, I'm talking about Tulsi Gabbard's family.
I am too. Joe Rogan likes Tulsi Gabbard too. He mentions like, oh, he thinks Bernie should make her the
Oh.
VP.
Ooh,
Joe
right?
Rogan also likes conspiracy theories.
This
then
is
they
true.
have to, but then they have to also hire her cult leader. All right, Nomad Possum says they can't afford healthcare. Give me the coronavirus. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yep. We're most people here are in the same boat. I'm lucky that I am broke enough that I get government free healthcare already. Thanks, Obama,
Same.
actually,
Woo.
because of
It just
the
only
Medicaid
partially works half the time.
the Medicaid expansion. My Medicaid has worked really well, but I'm also in a state where like no one is allowed to have it. Like it's Arizona, so it's like hard. It's weird to get because they don't want to give it to anyone. So if you have
Right now, I
it,
have the healthcare where every time I try to go to the doctor that they tell me to go to, they say they do not take my healthcare, and almost
so weird.
everything on their thing they're saying that they're
Xander's
denying that they
insurance
take that
can't
healthcare.
tell
Like
them
you're-
which doctors are in their network.
Mm-hmm.
Like they genuinely can't.
yeah, some of this bureaucratic waste is what we are hoping to be eliminating in the near future.
That's the idea.
They're trying to bureaucracy you into a grave.
Bureaucracy.
Burack me. Burack Obama.
So-
were we using that back in the day? Arizona's
So
pretty
how are
red,
we doing
right?
so far
Straight
anyway?
tail. So there is really no so far. We have a bunch of states that are like 0% reporting called for Biden.
Okay.
We have a lot.
Is there
Called for
any-
Biden.
Yeah.
Is there any up till now like delegate or overall vote standing that we can look at? Like how many
Let me
people
pull up-
have voted for Bernie compared to Biden,
Let me pull up a
regardless of
chart.
state?
Ba, ba, ba.
I understand I am also sitting at a computer and can search for some of this stuff, but
Well, that's what the fun, my screen fun is for. Sorry, I got a couple more highlighted messages I need to make sure I read. Making too much Medicaid now for yeah. There's a lot of people who are in the in between where you make over $20,000 a year, but do not quite make enough to pay like hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month for insurance, which is like a ton of people. That's a huge gap. And yeah, that's like what got that gap was negotiated in the Obamacare negotiations, where there wasn't a gap, and then the Republicans were like, let's fuck over some people though, right? And it's like, okay, we can fuck over some people. And that's the biggest reason I don't like walking up to the negotiating table with a Liz Warren plan, which is like a please be nice to us, we're being as cool as we can about this kind of plan, because they're going to tear apart whatever plan you have. So you walk up with Bernie Sanders' everything is free always forever for everyone plan, and then you maybe walk that back to like, okay, we no eyeglass coverage, but everything else stays. Like he threw
no
some, like,
eyeglass coverage, a thing that if you need that literally says whether or not you can live your life functionally.
Oh yeah, I believe everything included in this plan is absolutely necessary for human life, definitely to like a comfortable and reasonable level, yes. But when I think of things that I would be willing to strip out to like get through a Congress or whatever, it'd be like, okay, there is a copay, but it's always gonna be like $10 or something. Or okay, we peel off dental coverage like for now, and then later we come back and get the dental coverage. Like, we need to get some bare bones, no matter what, you're not going to die coverage to everybody in the country. Like that's the
That
end.
would be nice for the
absolute
coronavirus
goal. Yeah, that kind of raises the urgency a bit. Having this.
What was it? We're out of various masks and supplies because of previous budget cuts.
Well, I mean,
way to go.
Also, China's out of masks too, and that's not to do with budget. They just have physically run it. They just don't have any. Like there aren't any more.
Well, like, that's a different.
Like we make
problem.
them here. Yeah, it's like a world supply of masks is just very low right now. And they try to remind people, it's like, you only wear the mask if you're already sick, because if you're not sick, the mask doesn't actually help you. But if you are sick, it contains your coughs and sneezes. But it's not airtight. If you're walking around with a fucking respirator and like a paint mask, that might do something. But those surgical masks are not airtight. They're mainly to hold in your coughs and just let people around you know, like, oh, that person's sick. I'm going to like not touch them all over the place.
Let's
okay,
see.
I sure can find a delegate. I sure can find a delegate chart. Sure cannot find a vote totals. Totals. Like I know that all that matters are these fucking delegates. But all I care about are the votes. I do not care about delegates.
Yeah.
Like who here Has a delegate ever affected your life? Did any of you get to walk up to a delegate at your polling office and like
Did
put
you
them?
guys vote for delegates
You guys
like
vote
I
for a
did?
delegate? Who's your
That was
delegate?
freaking weird.
Exactly. Fucking nobody knows who they are. Yeah, there'll be a bunch of names on a sheet.
Yeah, I was like, first I voted for Bernie, and then there was like, now vote for the delegates. I was like, wait, could I like fuck this up?
Okay,
Who?
so on
Which
the
is
Wikipedia
delegates?
page for results of the 2020 Democratic primary, and this is scaled back pledged delegates. Bernie is at 60 pledged delegates. Biden's at 54. Bernie is at.
This is yesterday's results.
That's yesterday's. Okay, is
Yep.
it? Was that in total or just for that voting yesterday?
That was yesterday's total, the first 3 primaries, meaning South Carolina, New Hampshire, and Iowa.
According to this,
things are
while
changing.
Sanders has more delegates, Biden, as of yesterday, has more votes.
Ooh. Well, that's weird, too. Ow.
But this is Wikipedia, so who the hell knows how much this is changing or how accurate that is? Let's see if I can
Same.
find a source.
As of right now, I have the chart on my screen. Oh, Amy Klobuchar is still narrowly beating Mike Bloomberg by 1 delegate. Liz Warren is beating all of them by 1 more delegate. And Tulsi Gabbard is hanging in there with 1. Tulsi Gabbard has 1 delegate.
Which chart are you looking at right now?
Oh, just Google.
Just the Google
If you just
results.
go to Google, it just posts one. It's like primary results. Source. It's the Associated
Ah.
Press. You look at whatever the Associated Press chart is. All right, what the fuck is CBS talking about? Probably tornadoes.
16 states, including New York
I don't know.
City. 2
The guy just standing in
cases.
front
We
of-
learned one today, a man in his 50s living in Westchester
it's a
County.
polling
who
place?
travels
Handsome
to work in
man.
New York
Oh,
City. 2
because
of his
South. All right,
sons, we were
Biden has
told,
more votes
are in
because South
isolation with
Carolina
symptoms,
has a
but back
significant
here
chunk
at
of
this
people
nursing
compared
home, there
to
is good reason.
the votes that have happened so
Yes,
far.
South Carolina has far more people in it than either Iowa or New Hampshire.
Pepper, there is a Washington Post link I'm going to share with you in our chat. It's in Discord.
Oh, should I read it privately or should I just put it up for everybody?
Put it up. It's live results from WAPO.
Oh, that's nice.
Is the Washington Post the one that's owned by Bezos?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Their
Yes, it is.
subtitle under this page right now is "Democracy Dies in Darkness."
It has been for the last like few years.
Oh,
That's their
thank
that's
you,
their thing.
Jeff Bezos.
That's the thing. The Washington Post does really good reporting sometimes, and other times it does like. It's so weird to think about any of these. I guess newspapers are cool because if you're out watching like CNN or something, it's not like some anchor can just like break from the rest of the programming and do something with that. But if you're working for a newspaper, some writers' articles might like in and of themselves be very good, and then other writers on the exact same paper's articles aren't. And there is a lot of really good investigative journalism happening at the Washington Post, but wow, they sure have. They were the site that did it was 11 negative Bernie articles in 1 hour or something. I think that was last cycle. It was just
All right, I'm posting the Texas NPR results link as well. The Washington Post one was from Avon. Thank you very much. And this NPR one is courtesy of Iggy.
Arkansas will be coming out pretty soon. Arkansas is probably going to be pretty strong for Biden again. All the southern states.
Oh, check out the Texas one so far.
Ooh, Texas is
Tennessee's,
neck and neck. That's exciting.
Super close.
Tennessee is also super close. 0.1% Sanders lead at the moment. Where's Virginia? Virginia, of course. American Samoa is 50%.
It cracks me up, man.
50%
Fucking Usos love Bloomberg.
The Usos
Bloomberg.
love Bloomberg. The Usos love Bloomberg.
Did he send someone there and give them each like here's a shiny dollar?
Oh man. Well, at least the American Samoa's vote does count for. Oh, by the way, anyone watching, American Samoa gets to vote in the primary, but their votes do not count in the general. But they still vote, and then they send that vote into America, and they go, "That's very nice, sweetie," and then we rip it up and throw it away. I'm laughing. It doesn't mean I think it's right. I think they are American citizens, and they absolutely should have a right to vote in their own election. Same thing for Puerto Rico. Same thing
You
for
mean that thing we declared when we did our whole country thing?
such as when one is taxed yet not represented.
Yeah. Oh, God. What's the phrase? I feel like that's something every American child has drilled into them because hurrah, patriotism.
The phrase is "tax me, daddy, and tell me who's my king." That's the famous phrase.
Tax me, daddy.
The famous epitaph written on George Jefferson's
Holy shit.
George Jefferson's gravestone.
You have subscribed.
King George's cup.
Take the sexy chord now.
Thank you for the sexy chord, Casmut. Oh my goodness, you got the golden pob by your head now. How wonderful for you. Let me look back at the chat and actually
Look at them beans. Ooh, daddy, I don't need universal health care. It hurts so good.
People are excited about Texas, Tennessee. Yeah. Oh yeah. A lot of these tallies are likely when you see like 0% reporting, but then have numbers next to it. Oh shit! Who's giving me money? He's gonna say a message.
Tax me, Daddy George Jefferson.
Tax me, Daddy George Jefferson. Okay, George Jefferson was a fine American, as seen on the show The Jeffersons. George Jefferson.
The way you can have 0% reporting but still have numbers is the same way when your nutrition label says 0% fat.
Then had some fat.
Doesn't actually mean that. If it didn't have any, it wouldn't be on the goddamn label.
Well, and the other thing it is mail-in and early ballots, because like they can count those like all day and then just go and boom, here's those numbers, like they're already in the fucking spreadsheet or whatever. Like hit send to the DNC. The early voting you tabulate those ahead of time, because why would you not do work ahead of time? So yeah, when you
By the
see,
way,
like,
I like that we're getting
suddenly all these
election
numbers.
and corona results.
Corona
CBS.
results. Oh, CBS is also is it showing percentages for how many delegates the coronavirus has won?
Showing like worldwide numbers, and I'm just like, wow.
Virginia, Texas, Vermont, Japan. Wait, what?
Somebody give me some money.
Oh, no secret message.
Say no. If Biden wins, we hire Cory Booker to follow him around and just piss him off into 180ing on every topic we want him to change his mind on.
Gotta get Cory Booker to punk. Oh, I
Cory
forgot
Booker
about
and
that
Ashton
guy.
Kutcher punked the 2020 Democratic election edition.
Oh man.
All right. You don't understand the South, yeah. Yeah, frickin' A. Like, you hope that the South, if you come out and say, hi, you're all like in economic hardship, here are some actual things that we can do to materially help your life in the short term and in the long term, and you hope that people will respond to that message and go, you know what, cool, that's like a something, so I'm going to vote for that something. But Biden gets to go to the state and be like, hey, you remember Obama? That was cool. Let's just like turn back the clock to 2015, right, everybody? And apparently a lot of people enjoy that message, which isn't shocking.
I mean,
doesn't surprise me that much, but it is disappointing.
All right, so if there is a drinking rule, there's one that the group, I always talk about them, the Drinking Liberally folks in Chicago do. Anytime they say too close to call, take a drink.
Too close to call.
You got to be careful with that one. Sometimes you have to meter it. Like you have to do how many times they call it per state, per segment.
Okay,
Because some people sound like a broken record having to say it multiple times.
Somebody suggested we should
David
find
Meltzer, too close to call.
I want to suggest we should find the Fox feed. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Well, yeah, but because they don't like any of these people. So
Sue Deer's like, Draggor, we're gonna die.
Wee.
My thoughts on that, folks.
Live? Do you not have a live feed, you fucks?
They do.
Oh, there it
You
is.
just scroll right there.
I got it. Or who's this? Oh.
Which one are we looking at now?
Fox.
Oh boy. Why?
Oh, they're playing
Bernie?
They're playing a Sanders, part of a Sanders rally right now.
Go fig.
That Bernie Sanders is the best candidate to beat Donald
Fox
Trump
is like,
in
fuck it.
November.
This person looks a little bit like Mark Gaddis.
Who is this? Who is this guy? Fox predicts Sanders wins Vermont. Okay.
Cool.
So this is a surrogate victory speech.
Biden now heading Texas. No. Come on, Texas. Come on, tech bros. Bring it through for us.
Was there an edit? Oh, I thought this was live. Never mind.
He's a rarity in politics. He, unlike anybody else in politics. Somebody gave me some money.
Thank you, my friend. Nice. Uh-oh. I have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. What the fuck? Oh. Twitch is doing a thing where they want to they want to get you to spend more money on Twitch, and if you do, you get to level 2 of what is apparently known as a hype train. I don't know if anyone else is getting this.
Isn't it better to give to you direct rather than through Twitch?
Grow Fox would never be on Fox News.
Well,
he might, but
technically, yes. Money given directly to my PayPal is one thing, but also I understand that bits are convenient and fun, and also get the whole like gamification of the stream going on, which is a thing.
You have subscribed.
See, there you go. Look at that.
A sexy chord now.
These subscriptions are coming in. Levi Burnett, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for watching tonight.
oh,
While we
nice
sit here,
little level.
jabber about politics.
All right, I don't want to listen to this person anymore.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Mute you go.
Somebody gave me some money.
My jingles are going constantly. Thank you very much, Kanzuka. I appreciate it. I do like making my jingles go off. This is keeping me in a cheery disposition. But any comparisons you see to like, oh, Bernie this year versus Bernie 2016. In 2016, there were 2 candidates. There was Sanders and Clinton. So, yeah, proportionately, it's going to look like, oh, wow, Sanders only got this many. People in these states could vote for 12 to 15 to 20 different people.
Wow,
Oh, my God. Oh, fuck, here we go. You guys ready to hear this song? I'm ready to hear this song.
Song?
Which song?
Here we go. Oh, turn on my stream. It's going to play my song 6 times.
Okay.
So you get a sexy chord now.
Now we get a little break here. Take some sips.
Please welcome to the stage.
You have subscribed. So you get a sexy chord now.
How lined up am I with your guys' audio? Is it playing at the same time? Is my voice lining up with it when it gets to you?
You have subscribed. So you get a sexy chord now.
Pepper, do you have a way to route your desktop audio?
You have subscribed.
I'm
So you get a sexy chord now.
Okay, take more drinks. What, Draggor? I'm sorry.
Never mind. Hey, who wants to hear Andrew Yang news?
You have subscribed.
Yeah,
So you get a sexy chord now.
Okay, sure, why not?
I mean, if you have rich asshole Bloomberg and then you
You
get
have
FBI Andrew Yang,
So you get a sexy chord now.
Fuck yeah. Polls
it'll be
closing
good. I
in
think he
10
should-
minutes,
if he-
apparently.
Is that
If he has
it?
any
Throw more?
stuff, he should do public service.
That's it. That's all. Thank you so much, Dr. Q, for continuing to distribute the paw beans amongst my friends. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm listening to this lady. I'm listening to all these various surrogates. I like this lady's accent. Yeah. Vermont is very much in favor of their own senator. Like, they like him a lot.
Okay, I have a really awful joke to make.
Sure.
I thought when this was on that it had switched to like a renewed SNL bit starring Kat.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that's what it looked like in my tiny window.
Look, it is It is a woman in a suit coat and turtleneck, which I think is the very, very Pat outfit.
And the hair is somewhat close.
Yes, it's
Pat's
just
curlier.
Just short, kind of.
Personally, I was thinking like, oh fuck, who was our corrupt mayor in Chicago?
Which one?
Which one?
De Blasio?
Yeah.
De Blasio.
What was his name? Blagojevich.
That's him. Different one.
Yeah, it looks like gender swap. It looks like gender swap Blagojevich.
Not a gender swap. It's the same alien hair entity that found a new host.
Blagojevich is getting a pardon because the president likes criminals. He got his sentence reduced, remember?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care, Democrat, Republican, as long as you're like a kind of shitty mobster guy, you're getting out of jail.
Well, and because, okay, tactically he did it because in Trump's
about to
head,
do
what
that
he
shit.
he wants to do, so he has to pardon it first. He's
Right.
basically telecasting what he's already done and or plans to do. Because remember, the modern Republican Party is nothing but projection.
Man, I would love if I feel like I could predict
legal,
any
as
of
long
this
as
shit.
you say so.
What, Pepper?
Man, I wish I had any guess as to when things would happen or why they happen. I got no idea.
Night or university?
Somebody give me both.
But if the universe
Starry,
was
thank you so much for the
predetermined, would
bits,
you
man.
want to know?
I guess. I'm more interested in the why than the what.
I mean, I guess the why in a predetermined universe is likely to just be physics and roll the dice.
Because.
Because that's what it is. There is no why. All right, well, that got existential fast. Xander, what do you got?
I don't know. I'm just watching these polls.
Is Bernie is not in? Is Bernie in Vermont today?
Wait.
That sounds like a Tucker thing to do.
Thank you
He's
very
the
fake
fake populist. It makes
Kaiju.
sense.
Quasi Kaiju. Very good name, also. Hooray! I got a level 1 hype train emote, and I can share it. Oh, I can share my thanks.
Draggor, Tucker Carlson.
Thank you very
wants to
much, my
pretend he's a
people.
populist, so he'll
Good job,
he'll take
everyone.
the Bernie train thing.
Oh, this guy looks like. Okay, so I'm sure this guy's fine, but I would like to show you who I think he looks like, and also my favorite debate clip of all time.
Oh my God, he does look like him.
Wait, look like
I know
who?
exactly what you're about to show.
I know
Are you about to show a wrestler?
Oh no, dude, it's Daryl W. Perry. It's pretty fucking great. Okay.
You're gonna have a license for a toaster too.
Don't
Pepper?
give it away. Don't give
Is
it
that-
away. So this is the 2016? Yeah, the 20. Okay. First of all, in the chat, who can first? I'm covering his name, so you can't see it. Who can tell me who the Libertarian candidate for president was in 2016? Type it in the chat as soon as you remember.
I know what this is.
I know it.
What? Who was it? Who ran? That's right, Gary.
Dr. Q.
Gary Johnson, the guy who was getting stoned in
Alkali.
interviews, sticking out his tongue at interviewers for no reason.
No,
He's
Alkali just looks like the Libertarian candidate, just a giant man in a top hat.
Okay, so
Alkali is a monocle away from being a sovereign citizen.
as you guys all
Oh
know,
no!
libertarians get their own. Every political party they have their own convention, they have their own debate, all that stuff. The libertarian one did not get on the big news networks, but it was on C-SPAN. And this is a clip from it. This is the Libertarian Party debate. This is Gary Johnson wins this nomination, but this is the when you hear the crowd reactions, everyone there they're
Somebody
libertarian.
give me some money.
So here is the
For
clip.
the hearts.
Here's the clip.
Someone have to have a government-issued license to drive.
Hold up, we're gonna need to make sure this volume is actually up. I'm gonna mute myself too.
Should someone have to have a government-issued license to drive a car?
Hell no. What's next? Requiring a
Here we go.
license to make toast in your own damn toaster?
the license
He
to
does
drive,
look like
you know, I'd like to
Holy
see some
shit.
competency exhibited by people before
That
they
dude looks
drive.
like every douche in the gym.
So Gary Johnson gets up there. He's like, "Yeah, I think people should probably need driver's licenses," and they're like, "Boo!" They do not
Every other person on
like-
that stage was the embodiment of, yes, we live in a society. I am very smart.
Look, I say we live in a society for other reasons.
You know the comic I'm referencing. Also, I saw a label previously. Sorry, I'm like my attention split. Someone wanted us to shout trans rights, and there's never
Oh, sorry, I missed
like
that.
I'll never not do that. So yeah, trans rights.
Absolutely,
That's
trans
still my
rights.
Twitter banner, actually.
Trans rights
I
are
hope so.
human rights. Just rights.
Hmm.
All right. We have
But it
several.
turns
Pepper, that's
out
going too
that if
far.
like,
You
if
believe
get
in
behind-
rights?
I know.
If you get behind the outliers, that means everyone else can rest assured that should they ever enter the outlier incident, you'll be safe.
Yeah, they'll be
Generally, why
alright.
the free speech battles, when it deals with the government, are usually led by people where you're like,
News,
"Ah,
this is
they're
like
kinda
got
ick."
left.
Who brought more to the caucuses?
It's news made for your streaming.
What's the saying? I'm glad Larry
Live
Flint
weekdays, 3 to 11
did what he
p.m.
did, but I wouldn't necessarily shake his hand.
Harry Flint. Who is that?
The People versus Larry Flint, the Hustler magazine publisher who went after Jerry Falwell.
Oh yeah, I do remember that. That was a time.
It sure was.
I was definitely not like active when that was going on.
I mean, most of that was
pretty heckin' unborn, but
yeah.
That
it's
was
like,
a very
Pretty
different
hectic
time.
unborn.
I've heard like I've heard the significant anecdotes.
Thing about human
Oh,
beings,
oh,
and
here we
we've got
go.
The way that we constitute our politics.
Oh, here we go.
And the danger is
What do
that
they think about
if our
human
politics
nature?
grow too tribal,
Wait,
we'll
what?
lose this sort of way of talking.
Sorry,
Why is
CN
this happening? With
NBC is doing a.
subscribe now.
Oh, never mind. They had an ad and they're like something human beings.
Oh,
If they
okay.
get too tribal, that has two guys build. You saw it.
Yeah, what the
it's,
fuck?
It's the NBC breaks where it's just other ads for NBC and then black and white pictures over like provocative piano orchestra music. Like, oh fuck, what they're doing some really important shit. I mean, some actually are doing important shit, and a lot of stuff in these black and white photos is important. I just don't like the. This is who we are. We will shill for the Democratic
Is that right?
establishment to make sure none of
We
these
are very
problems.
important.
You see all these bad things happening in black and white photos. We will guarantee that we will still have bad things to report on in black and white photos until the end of time because we want nothing to change. We are NBC.
But we'll talk about it very seriously.
Oh yeah, they'll talk about all these problems that exist. We're like, how about we solve them? They'll be like, shh, 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 shh.
We're just reporting.
Yes, we're here to
Just
tell you
let
about
it
the
burn.
problems.
Just let it burn.
If Bernie
Just let
fixes
it
all the
burn.
problems, we'll
Nothing
be
but
out of jail.
centrists. Thanks, Straight Tail.
Nothing but saying. Oh, nice. We get another poll closing in a minute. Ooh, Colorado.
Oops, nothing but centrists. That's the Democratic Party.
Minnesota, Tennessee. Will be
Oh,
getting
shit.
Basically, which isn't even like,
MSNBC, we can't afford color, but not in the way you think.
Yeah, we've got a lot
Look, they got
already. Texas is shaping up to be
nobody right now. Okay, never mind.
the wee hours.
Look, I don't want to tease out too much, but
Oops,
but
rats
if
and
our
snakes.
exit poll is as accurate as it appears
Rats
to be,
and
and we're seeing early returns and all this stuff. We may not know who actually wins Texas tonight, but keep an eye on
Shill is
anybody
an
other than Bernie or
anti-Semitic
Biden
term.
make
Is
threshold.
that true?
Because if
Is
no
it?
one
What
else
is?
does, and this race is
I'm
as close as
sorry.
it they'll split the
Is-
delegate.
I never
Is it
heard
actually?
that
Let me
one.
Google
shilling,
that
maybe?
one.
I wonder if that's the same thing as like
For those keeping track at home, you got to reach
getting
15%
gypped, which
if you
no one
wanna
should
get a
say.
delegate.
All right, we'll be back.
Yeah, I know about that one.
Close to the top of the hour in a
Or
moment.
like
You're watching
shilling is a
election
thing.
coverage on
So
Is a
like,
shilling a Jewish thing, though?
That would be a
I don't
shekel.
think so. That'll be a shekel.
Let me see. 20th.
Yeah, I'm not buying the shill
Shilwictionary.
thing, personally.
Abbreviation
Sounds like,
of shillaber? Shillaber? Perhaps an abbreviation of. What the fuck? Entered
I
English
love how we're
via
going to
Carney,
Alkali to be the judge.
originally denoting a carnival worker who pretends to be a member of the audience in an attempt to elicit.
the
Oh,
experimental
the original
thing about
shill
Carney
is.
term?
is someone who stands in the audience and is like, "Oh my God, what's happening on stage right now?"
Yeah. That's not anti-Semitic
Oh,
at
so
all.
a plant.
What is involved? Yeah,
astroturfing.
it'd be a plant. Accomplice at a at a confidence trick using an auction or gambling. Okay. An accomplice. Oh, if you like help someone cheat at gambling, you're a shill. Yeah, a house player in a casino. I don't know. Like, I believe it could mean something else. I just gotta see that before I remove it from my lexicon.
Yeah, no kidding.
Will have cast votes for a presidential candidate today than on any day this year. Other than
Look, if anyone knows racial epithets, it is me.
Pepper, you want to give context to that?
Yes, I grew up listening to a lot of Howard Stern.
Oh,
not that I
shit.
dislike Howard Stern. I would have a much harder time listening to him today because my sensibilities have changed a lot.
His have. He's fantastic to listen to today. Like modern him.
Yeah, sometimes.
Election alert.
Wait, what's a bad one he's done like in the past 2 years?
Oh, past 2 years? I would have a harder time telling you.
No, like he has genuinely changed. He doesn't like what he did.
You mean
before.
this recently? Because that's kind of refreshing, actually. I have not heard him really in the last couple of years.
Basically, the story is Howard Stern went to satellite radio where no one was watching him. And then he went through this transformation of if there's no boundaries to push up against, well, then what the fuck are you doing?
We
and
listened to him on.
He grew massively as a person.
We listened to his first like 4 or 5 years of satellite, but it was pretty similar, just a much higher production value. But I've not heard him in the last 4 or 5. He's been on satellite for over 10 years at this point.
Yes. His latest stuff is some of the best interviewing he's ever done.
That's exciting. I would love to hear that. Oh, drink. Did they say it? Oh, drink again. Sue's keeping track. See? Just say drink and chat and we'll drink. Really, you could lie to us even.
Okay, so I see a hashtag Nazi first fuck off, which I wholeheartedly agree with, but we also have QQH, who will always readily give out the more positive and inclusive one, hate has no home here ribbons, which I very much adore. Because hotels don't get mad at those.
If it makes people feel less panty bunched about it, sure. Polls are closed. What's happening? The Minnesota primary is too early to call.
They really need California to come through for them in a big way, considering just
wait.
how commanding
too early
Joe
to call.
Biden's performance has
That
been
also
in some
counts.
of those
Drink for too early to
East
call.
Coast states. One advisor said, "Okay, we've got to eat our vegetables."
Yep,
and then
Arkansas.
we'll get,
Wow, Sanders is winning in Arkansas.
West.
I expected Arkansas to be just as hard Biden as South Carolina, but all right.
The
Bloomberg is. Oh my God, I can't believe. Okay, not can't believe.
Bloomberg
I
doing
don't.
what now?
I don't.
Arkansas?
He's third. He's beating. He's third place in Arkansas. I mean, he's beating Warren, which I'm like, how? God, that just.
He has a new appeal with Latino voters, and there's going to be tests.
Have you all seen the grain of rice corollary
Yes.
for money, and you've seen the Bloomberg edition? If you haven't,
it's
go
just...
show that to anyone who thinks having a lot of money is a good thing, and then understand what could be done with it. It's resource hoarding away from us.
For some reason, conservatives believe that there is this unlimited amount of wealth that we can just create out of nothing, and it's really strange.
Xander,
but that is a core part of their belief.
Xander, conservatives believe there is
matter.
Conservatives believe there is a very much finite amount of resources, and they believe some people innately deserve or do not deserve them through various forms of checking. If you're a white supremacist, it's based on your race. If you're certain types of conservative, not to shit on all Christians, certain types of conservative Christians, it's based on if you're a good person or not. That determines whether you deserve shit or not. And they're going to say that out loud, but that's kind of like the foundation is their whole thing. Whereas
it is. It's about
who
deserves what.
We all, I hope, truly believe that all people should have an opportunity to like have a life and do the thing they want to do and like be given the opportunity to contribute to the overall culture and society and, you know, have an okay, decent, relatively comfortable, not starving, not needing a doctor life. Like, and we all believe that is not only possible, but very doable right now with our current conditions.
Right now, today, we could genuinely be in a post-scarcity society based on
at least with fucking food. We have enough food for 2.3 Earths right now that we make currently. We make that much and we throw it away.
Food, clothing, housing, education, all of the things it takes to do that at an above average level compared to what we have today could be done globally now.
Absolutely.
Literally right now.
Yes. The production is
That's
not
not
lacking. The
exaggeration.
technology is not lacking. The houses in the U.S. There are 2 or 3 empty homes for every homeless person in the U.S. right now. Like, we don't even have to build shit. You just have to put the people in the places. That's all you need to do. Like, it's right there. We could just take it whenever we want. And they're like, yeah, but some people own those homes. I'm like, yeah, people own homes. Poor people, usually it's poor people, own homes on places where they want to build highways and government buildings and shit, and they give them a check and they kick them out of their house and they fucking knock it down. You could do that to a couple of rich people, but instead of knocking down the house, you just say, okay, you know how you don't live here and you've been here once and you've owned it for like many years and you're hoping to turn it over for more money? You're not allowed to now. We're just going to put like 3 families in this mansion. Sorry.
Oh, by the way, you
here's
haven't
a check.
paid taxes on any of your existence, so
yeah, exactly. So
well, they're going to take our houses. Yes,
we're gonna
we will
break
take your mansion.
We're gonna break even on that. Well, that's the thing. It's like, no, your landlord gets to keep all the money that they were taking. We could ask for it back. No, they get to keep it, like as a nice gesture. They can keep all the rent they've been charging.
All that time and money you've stolen and taken advantage of from the people behind, we'll look the other way for that.
Yeah. I'm lucky because my landlord is like a single human being and not the worst person, and he like talks to us. My landlord is not like a corporation 3 states away that just owns my shit like most people's landlords is. When you say landlord, it's even land. Like lord implies a human or a being, not like a corporate entity with shareholders who don't give a single shit about you, have never seen your property, are never going to see the place you live, but can just kick you out whenever they want. Or sorry, we got to do renovations. Everyone has to leave. Now your rent is 3 times as high.
Ask Xander about the failings of collusion in condo homeownership.
Shut up, Draggor. You want to tell it for me? It's too painful.
At a high level, they colluded to have some of their buddies do huge reconstruction stuff that would have changed the association dues from like $700 a month to over $2,000 a month.
Yep.
They were like they would do secret meetings and all this stuff, and
because they wanted to kick some people out, buy them up, knock down some walls.
Basically, the end result was the whole board got fired, and they are only allowed to have their association meetings in like a township or like a government building with police watching.
We gotta tape it.
Apparently, Sanders is pulling ahead in Texas, according to Nanakari.
That's exciting. But remember, everybody watching, so when you watch the Electoral College, most of those states are winner-take-all states. None of the Democratic states are winner-take-all. So these percentages of votes matter more than actual winners-losers. Because like if Biden wins, but Sanders is like right there, it's not that bad. Same thing if Sanders wins Texas, but Biden is 1 point. It doesn't. It's like it's basically a wash. It's like a tie because they're going to get an almost even number of delegates.
Right.
So as you're watching it, just keep that in mind. There are no winner-take-all states in the Democratic primary. Everything is proportionally awarded delegates. So overall percentage kind of matters more than any individual state. But it is interesting just to see how demographics play out. Like who does the South like? And apparently, god damn, it is still Joe Biden by a lot.
By a lot.
That's the only part of the country that
I'm going and getting drinks. I will be back.
Please do. I'm going to drink
apparently
this.
The South doesn't want to vote for a Jewish sock dem.
Oh.
Fortunately.
Yeah, maybe not. All right. I'm not making too many comments till we get a bit more of the vote. I'm not going to get myself worked up. Every time I see Bloomberg on
go
there,
hang with Joe Biden and Corn Pop.
Oh shit! Sanders pulled up by 7 points. That's a bit. That's a bit. If Sanders wins Texas by 10 or more, that would be actually very good news. That could pretty much negate a couple of these the other southeastern states. If Sanders wins a significant amount of Texas, and he's got to kill it in California. And California's shit closes the latest. California probably won't close till after we're off the air because I mean, frickin' I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to stand it. Sitting here watch Biden win state after state.
Michael Bloomberg did multiple events there.
Michael Bloomberg.
This was an early vote too.
Hell, I'm almost glad that Bloomberg is in the race right now because he definitely does not pull many votes from Sanders. I think he does pull some votes from Biden though.
We're the 3 M's tonight at the 3 candidates.
It's true.
But at the same time, Warren almost like equals that out too because I can't imagine Warren voters going to fucking like Bloomberg. Bloomberg and maybe Biden, some of them. But it seems like most of Warren's support are people who either also like Bernie or. I mean, if you're looking
a lot
at
of them are angry Hillary supporters, I found.
I'm fine with that.
Groups.
Like,
yeah, that was weird to read up on.
Oh, Greg Proops
you saw that?
Likes Warren. No, I haven't. I'm trying to guess.
Not only likes Warren, but was basically getting incredibly angry and combative to anyone that suggested Bernie was good.
Whoa, but they have like the same on paper ideas.
I replied to Greg Proops, why does it matter if they're Democrat or not? And he blocked me.
Oh, proud.
So,
improv comedians blocked by Greg Proops. You know,
I like Greg Proops.
I know he's very funny. Like I think his comedy is amazing. It's very good. To answer how long we're gonna be on tonight, about as long as we can all handle it. By the way, both of you, if you become bored or need to go do something, feel free to tap out whenever. I have no idea when I'm going to feel like getting off stream, but that is when we will end. Is when
I might switch my background and remove my head and play Doom.
That is fine.
Allie says we're getting echo for us.
Echo for Draggor and Xander.
Wait, but you have headphones.
What the
on,
fuck what has changed? Hold up. Just say something, people.
Things. We're supposed to say things, Xander, and see if an echo happens.
What? Gunzuka, nothing. Like you've all seen me. It would have to be mine. But what the fuck happened? The answer is nothing. Nothing changed. I didn't click any buttons. Nothing is different. Everything is exactly as it was before the echo.
Apparently you unmuted something?
I did not unmute a goddamn thing. What did I unmute? The echo chamber?
Xander and see what happens.
Do what? I can't mute just Xander. You're both on the same channel.
What? No, in Discord, mute Xander, and then mute me and see if something changes.
I'm not hearing echo at all, which means it's something on. It's OBS. This has to be OBS.
You unmuted the stream?
Okay, watch this. Okay, we're back. Is the echo gone? Talk, everyone but me.
All right, I'm talking. Xander, now
I'm talking too. How's it going?
Percussive maintenance.
Man, we're back.
It's about beating the shit out of it. No echo, fixed, we're good. Okay, see? Do you see? What did I have to do? What was the obvious solution? Turn the stream off and back on again after not touching it at all.
Holy
Dr.
shit.
Q, thank you for joining us.
God damn it.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, Dr. Q's been here.
Yeah,
they're the one who did the 10
submission
thing. Oh, they're leaving. I'm sorry. Yes, have a good night. Hopefully your day isn't too tough tomorrow. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully your day is made good because you'll wake up and you'll be like, wow, Bernie won 99% of the vote in California. So you get a sexy corn now. Forktail Fox, thank you so much. By the way, they subscribe with Twitch Prime, which means if anybody sitting there has Amazon Prime, you can give me a subscription entirely for free. It costs you nothing, but it does take $2.50 from what you would have been giving them on Amazon Prime, and instead gives it to me. Through my Twitch channel. So if you have a Prime subscription and you're not currently subscribed to any channel, do mine for this month. And then next month it resets again. You choose somebody else or me again.
But how do you link it?
You just sign in to Twitch Prime using your Amazon Prime login shit. You like connect the two of them. I haven't done it because I don't have Amazon Prime because I'm not a fucking cook who gives Jeff Bezos $4.
Hypocrite that is on Amazon Prime.
I'm not a fucking cook.
I'm not getting cucked by Bezos every night of the week.
I'm cucking it up on Amazon.
Cucking it up on Amazon.
Cooking for free shipping on Amazon.
Holy shit, have you guys seen that Dreams game where you can just make weird shit? I am going to be all on that whenever I have free time, which is never, but good Lord, I want it.
Wait, what? Xander, show me this tomorrow.
Yeah, it's like a game where you can make games and shit. It's weird.
You have subscribed.
So you get a sexy
corn now.
Thank you, Anti-Blue Fox.
You can make shitty, entertaining games is basically the the short version.
Sorry, I didn't know what you were talking about because my subscription noise played.
Oh man, Joe Biden made an Uzi out of states.
Made an Uzi
He's
out
got
of
a states Uzi.
a state. What do we say?
He's hit the states that he won forms a gun.
Oh, I'm like what? What?
No, I was looking at your stream.
It should be the next president. And she told me,
"Oh man,
if you don't want anybody else to
fucking
know,
states Susie,
just whisper in my ear."
What up?
And
How's
I
this
leaned
guy's
down,
anecdote go?
Wait,
and
I
I
have a
did.
free.
I
Do you
whispered
get a
in her
free
ear.
channel
But
subscription
then
for
she
doing
said
this?
Thank you for validating me, Algonquin Bear.
One a month, as long as you have Twitch Prime, which is just having Amazon Prime, but you log into your Prime
Look
account.
out!
On
I got a
Twitch.
fucking gun.
Get one of my.
It's my joke.
Look, Jack. You don't.
I was hanging down in the pool with corn pop.
I can't.
Holy shit!
I need to get
Hey,
better
Pepper.
at my
Hey, Pepper.
Biden
You
impression.
waiting for this?
What?
Ready?
You ready? You can do it. Let's see how long it takes. All right, it's gonna happen. I'm ready for it. Oh, whose fault was the echo?
Bro,
OBS.
he just restarted the program. It was OBS's fault.
It's the software. The software we're doing. Yeah, it's. Isn't it okay? So they're flashing up the demographics of who lives in like Tennessee versus Alabama versus blah blah. And isn't it weird that we think of these states as like, oh, the black vote is going to swing this state, and then you see the demographic, it's like Alabama, 40% black, 51% white, and you're like, wow. And what that continues to impress upon me is that essentially minority communities decide how all of our elections go, and the right wing spends a lot of time just trying to encourage them to not vote at all. Like, that's why I'm not horribly concerned with winning a ton of like suburban angry white Trump voters. That's fine. They can stay angry and white as long as they want and continue to like the president as long as they want, because they don't necessarily matter. Only 20% of American like voting age could register and vote if they wanted to, like not counting people who don't have citizenship, actually voted for the current president, which means 75% of the country either voted for someone who is not the president or just didn't vote at all. And that's kind of what the Sanders campaign, the only way it will succeed is if a whole bunch of people who have either just don't vote for just either like vote for people who are not in any other major parties or something else. Like the solution is not recruiting these mythical moderate centrists or these undecided Trump voters. It's getting new people to vote.
On the Democrats, it was the Southern strategy that first Clinton managed to use because it had never happened before. So it's kind of like, it's not that it's a good strategy. It's just
the Uzi's getting bigger.
Are you talking Bill Clinton?
Yeah.
Because the Southern strategy was an idea born in the Republican Party. Clinton was weird because he was very popular in the South, even though he was a Democrat.
Yes, like the Democratic Party was saying like, for every one Democratic leftist we lose by doing this, we'll gain 2 centrist or Republican voters in the belt, was the main idea. And the Democratic Party's been doing that ever since Clinton won, for the most part, where Obama certainly deviated because he got the young vote.
It was a Republican idea to abandon the entire Black South, but the Democrats were pretty happy to like capitulate with that whole little rotation flip of what the parties
That's not the
for.
right thing.
Oh, sorry. When you say Southern strategy, I'm like,
no,
yes,
you're right. I got
Southern.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Okay, so we both know what we're talking about at least.
Yes, I got names wrong because I do that constantly. If I ever get your name wrong in the fandom, it's because of stupid crap like this. I can't get anything right.
You just mean the Democratic strategy for the South, not the Southern strategy of like Nixon.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you for correcting my gross ignorance in front of people.
Oh, look at this stupid
posterity.
Oh, this isn't me trying to like point out your mistakes. This is me going, wait, Southern, huh? Oh, this is me trying to like catch the train of thought.
Yes, but yes, that has been it was well known that Clinton's campaign was continuing to, Hillary Clinton's campaign specifically was still doing that.
I have distressing news.
What?
Please share.
Apparently in a poll, more people thought Biden could beat Trump than Sanders, but at least Sanders was second in that.
So those polls that the part of that I don't get is that there's a poll for, it's a poll for who people think will beat a candidate, and then there's other polls where they ask people, who would you vote for, blank or blank, blank or blank, and in those polls of people saying how they would actually vote, Sanders beats Trump by the biggest margin of any other Democrat. But then they pull out polls of who do you think will be. It's like when the Walmart next to me. Oh, I've seen this in several Walmarts, but like all Walmarts in the country, they have voted blank state, in my case Arizona, voted the Arizona low price leader. And then you go up and you read the small print, and it's like based on a survey of Walmart customers, and you're like, oh, so that is not saying that they have provenly, according to studies, the lowest prices. It means people think that they have the lowest prices, which are obviously two different things. The idea that Biden is very electable, yes, is very pervasive. I've heard that a lot. Now, when you go down to brass tacks and the pudding where the proof is contained, Biden is not the most electable candidate in terms of, like, you know, voting. I hate the term electable because it gets thrown around. They're trying to say Biden is the most electable candidate while he is not winning the election that the electability supposedly comes from. I mean, it's dumb to be saying that right now while on current reporting Biden is winning more states.
Yes,
But
it is.
you know what I mean. I'm not looking forward to two old white dudes arguing over who is more sexist. That's what's coming if we get Biden as the nominee. Sorry, not more sexist.
My
but
shoulder rubs
weird
are
with women.
fine.
Yeah,
They're perfectly good.
Biden just can't not touch people. It's not even women. It's just people. He just won't leave people alone.
Give Pete a shoulder rub. Did you see that?
Just touches everybody. Yeah. Oh, I've not seen the Pete shoulder rub. That's
He did.
I want to. Okay, let me find. Let me just.
creepy.
Okay, I
let's
have an
just bring
idea
that
for
up.
anyone who is like touchy-feely. Just somehow make sure their hands get syrup or some sticky substance on them, and then everyone will be like, dude, fucking stop. Your hands are sticky.
Ah, fuck, where's this? I found, I YouTube searched Biden rub Pete. it did not work.
Hey, Pepper, go put that search into Pornhub. See what you get.
God damn it. Oh, you know what we can watch on Pornhub?
What?
Is it Pornhub.com? I've genuinely never gone to Pornhub. Okay, here we go. This is all porn. We probably can't put this on the screen.
Put that off, Pepper. Your channel's gonna. You want your band again? You fuck.
Shut up! Everyone clicked 18 plus.
Doing that
before they got.
What are you doing?
He's like, I've never been to Pornhub. Is it porn? Gee,
Jesus Christ!
Oh, I'm really glad I ain't hosting this shit. Fuck.
Oh no, that's not what I'm looking for. Never mind.
God.
Oh, I can't find it. Maybe I can find it.
Let me
We'll
find
see.
your Pete shoulder rub so I can.
Hello, chat. Welcome to this edition of Pepper No.
Oh my god,
Originated by Boozy No.
these are just thumbnails of people peeing on each other. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh,
Wait, is it that Josh Homme video where he pees on Hitler?
No, no, this is best
I
of
found it.
not extreme, sex stream. Best of sex stream 9. Holy shit, it's 129 minutes. Best of, how long is the full thing if the best of
Thank you for following me.
Okay, never mind. I can't find the B movie on Pornhub anymore.
I found it.
Wait, what? How would you type in?
Hold on. Hold on, I got you.
What is fucking happening?
Do you know what I did find on Pornhub?
Hold on. I'm a
You know
little
what
high.
is on Pornhub? Here it
I
comes.
just sent you the at 26 seconds. Just play that shit on replay. There's a tweet where he does the shoulder rub to Pete.
At what time period?
Here, at the 26-second mark.
All right, big fella, let's crash this.
Oh, he even gets the little squeeze in there. Like, he doesn't just touch the
Gets him
shoulder.
from behind.
Gets him from behind.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yes, you
Damn
did.
Okay, let's get
Why
back.
is Shrek on Pornhub?
That's where I watched all of Shrek 2. That's where I watched the full B movie. This wasn't at my house because I know earlier I said I've never been on Pornhub, and I'm saying I watched various films on there. We were at our friend's house. We were watching. We were attempting to make it through Joe Dirt 2. Which was released on what streaming service? What hit streaming service? Exactly, I can't remember. But at the time, Joe Dirt 2 was there. Like, we're launching, and we have the exclusive on Joe Dirt 2. We're watching it. Half of us are asleep, and at one point, one of our friends just goes like, "Hey, is anyone interested in continuing this film?" And everyone just goes, So we then went to Pornhub. And instead
How do you get a rise out of people that have been watching Joe Dirt 2?
We watched the entire... we went directly to the entire B movie. We watched zero porn. Believe me, there was no porn happening.
Have you seen the version of the B movie where it speeds up every time someone says the word B?
Yeah. Oh, I've also seen... Well, that's a what you call a procedural meme. Oh my god, I'm such a fucking asshole.
What a fucking...
I can only enjoy things if I analyze them until they're not fun anymore. Procedural meme, and he also gave tips on how to more quickly make them. He's like, there's one where every time the B movie, but every time they say B, the entirety of the Simpsons series plays. It's like 9,000 hours long, but they do it. It's all there. It is all there. It's like this Daily Motion video that's like 28 days long. It's the B movie, but every time they say B, Smash Mouth All-Star plays.
All these folks. Peppers.
What? I'm sorry. Did I actually show some of these people their first vagina they've ever seen? Very sorry,
you're
everyone.
Cutting in and out.
Shut
with
up.
Your audio.
No, I'm not.
That is the tone you get when you clearly are doing something you shouldn't be.
I'm not. Is my audio still shitty, or is it okay now?
No, it's fine. Whatever you were briefly doing.
Briefly? See, Algonquin says...
you to, like, rip your underwear off and throw it at the camera.
Oh. What underwear am I wearing?
Pepper, did you see the shoulder rub?
No, let me find the shoulder rub. Let me get it. I'm sorry.
I sent it to you. I sent it to your fucking thing. The tweet.
I'm all... there it is. Okay, here we go. Keith Boykin.
Boykin?
Boykin.
At the 26-second mark.
Does everybody want to see my DMs? Who here wants me to answer their DM publicly on Twitch? I probably haven't seen it yet. Hi, kitty.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, Cat's gonna talk to me.
I genuinely had that moment where I forgot, and I'm like, wait, you have a pet cat?
No, it's more. It's
toward the end of the
like
clip.
that?
Not a
Jesus
real
fuck.
cat. There he is. Cat said meow. He says he's a real cat. Oh, we've just been cycling this rub. Okay, hold up. Let's get the audio in here. Okay, here we are. Audio. Is there audio? Here it is.
You know, when I ran for president, we made it clear that the whole idea was about rallying the country together to defeat Donald Trump and to win the era for the values that we share. And that was always a goal that was much bigger than me becoming president. And it is in the name of that very same goal that I'm delighted to endorse and support Joe Biden for president.
Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? Oh no, Joe!
You know, when I ran for president,
that wasn't too bad. That was like a thing a normal person would do. And the thing is,
look what else I have.
I can. Oh, has it been sent to me also? Oh, you have. Oh, fuck! You got your nice boom stand and everything. Fantastic. I really need to get one of those.
Should it be pointed at me like yours is? I have it kind of like down.
You get that from my desk. Well, the way my angle is, it doesn't make it super clear, but the thing points here, and I talk here, so it's still like it's at an angle. Because if I talk directly into the mic, people may get a bit more sibilance than they usually receive. So I just take myself a little to the side. You can still hear all my S's, P's, and T's, and B's, but it's not as bad. Yeah, Pete, look out. He's going.
I guess I do talk down a bit.
Fursuit is not consent. God damn it.
I mean, if you're watching like the Game Grumps, for instance, have two shotgun mics, like the type that you stick on top of like if you guys have ever seen where the mics in the shot on a film and it's a big fuzzy thing comes in, that's a shotgun mic and it's covered with a big windscreen, so it'll move the fibers and not get all the way to the microphone itself. But they're very directional. Wherever they're pointing, they pick up. So they have their mics down here pointed up at their mouths, but like 2-3 feet away from their mouths. So if your air gets directed not downward, below you is fine. But when I talk, I tend to direct all of my straight down. So that'd be a bad place for me.
Man, if Bernie wins Texas, that's a shell shock.
Be cool. Well, it's if he wins Texas by a lot.
Yeah.
I'm never surprised. Like if Sanders wins any of these states, I would not be surprised. I'd be like, oh, cool, nice. It is very cool that Klobuchar is not even in the conversation for Minnesota. Like I know she dropped out, but does Minnesota not have early voting? Because I'm sure a lot of people voted for Klobuchar before she dropped out. Like I voted for Bernie February 13th.
Is at 24% in Colorado.
In Colorado, what the fuck, Colorado? I am no longer. I end my friendship with Colorado.
It's all the rich people in Aspen. Is like, there's my guy.
I do not. Can either of you, not joking, can either of you can anyone in the chat name a specific non-sarcastic thing that Bloomberg wants to become president to do? Specifically. Besides, make sure Sanders isn't the candidate. Like that's just.
The only positive things I've heard him talk about are his anti-gun stances.
Okay,
so
chat.
I wonder if he would actually follow through on that.
Well, yeah, the chat's saying like lower the crime rate. It's like but even that, like, what does that mean? That's like if I said I want to become president. I want to become president to increase happiness. It's like, well, all right. So what does that mean? Like what policy does that actually?
Medicare for all.
Yeah, there are many concrete things you could name that you want to do that would accomplish various goals. But Bloomberg's whole message seems to be like, vote for me. Come on.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. The reason Bloomberg is running is because he's realizing money won't stop him from dying. So this is the next level of validation he needs.
I see him as a Hail Mary pass by the entire ruling class, meaning very, very rich people. Like, it's like, oh, fuck, this dude, this socialist guy is looking like he might win. All right, get in there, Bloomberg. Take your money and get it. BNL2, ban sodas over 16 ounces and limit the sugar people can eat a day. So here's the thing. I've been in the UK, the entirety of the UK, England, Scotland, Ireland. They have a sugar tax now, where it is literally cents on, like if you get a soda, it's a cents difference. A Coke would be, instead of $1, it'd be like $1.04 or something. It's a nominal increase. Even if it was $1.20, it's like, it's not that much.
The fact that Bloomberg won anything just blows my mind.
Oh yeah, he won American Samoa. Well, he's his second place is Gabbard, so it's like, all right. American Samoa is like, do we want the ultra rich guy or the fake Hawaiian lady? Which one for us? Sorry, I need to finish one point.
Camera while I do my neck stretches.
Oh, you can neck stretch. You just look disappointed, which is how we all feel. So
I mean, we are talking about Bloomberg
completely fine
getting anything.
Oh fuck. Oh yeah. So we're in the UK, and so instead of increasing prices, Coca-Cola refused to change their formula because it's Coca-Cola. So Coke is still the same, but everything else is now reduced sugar. So if you get non-diet, like let's say Mountain Dew, for instance, or whatever, it is not non-diet. It is some diet. It's a half and half. It's half cane sugar. Well, not half and half, but it's some cane sugar and some sucralose because it reduces the sugar, the literal sugar. Oh, nice. Colorado, fucking good. I mean, I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked Colorado's good for Bernie. But the fact that Bloomberg's number 2 is real weird. Oh. But so we're in the UK, and I realize I cannot get non-diet soda, so I stopped drinking soda. Because you know what costs about the same as soda is juice, and not juice like we get juice, not like Tang. juice, meaning it's sitting in a bottle and it is separated into the orange shit, the clear shit, and the pulp, and you shake it up and it's real juice. Like if it's apple juice, there's the brown section and the clear section. You shake it up until it's real juice again. Like actual, we squeezed a piece of fruit juice. So I was drinking that all month, and it is genuinely healthy. I was drinking water and juice. It worked. It immediately worked. I'm like, I hate diet soda so much. I'd rather just not drink soda at all. Also, this juice tastes better than soda and is the same price. Because in America, it's like, Jesus Christ. You buy a lot of juice.
You got back?
Oh, I never buy soda. If I'm drinking soda, it is because I went to a restaurant or someone gave it to me. Like at home, I don't have soda. I don't buy. Why would I buy that? I have a whole reverse osmosis piece of shit that my landlord has in the house. I use that. That is free. Or milk. I'll just drink a shit ton of skim milk for refreshment purposes.
Milk?
I love milk.
Ugh.
But
I'm sorry, my non-dairy friends.
I like milk as for cereal. That's about it, man. That's sorry.
I have fully
Straight Tail's talking about
I
Coke
basically
energy.
don't have milk unless it's already in something now.
Hmm.
I'm like, it's not that I've never particularly liked the taste of it. Like I like it in things, but milk
That's
nearly
fine.
killed Kevin Smith.
Ah, fuck. I mean, yeah. If we're being real here, humans are not really meant to drink milk. Like, the only people in the world who can comfortably drink milk are in Europe or the U.S. or a couple other like. Most of the world is lactose intolerant, so if you are, you're in the majority. Don't feel bad. But I grew up just drinking an insane amount of milk.
Milk, part of every meal.
It's for us. It's always been skim. There's always been a gallon of skim milk in our house, and as an adult, I still buy a gallon of skim milk, even though I am I moved to 1%. I'm now on 1% because it tastes a little better. It could be that bad.
Mass-produced milk is capitalist jism.
Look, it's yummy. I'm gonna
drink 2 gallons a day.
Drink all that yummy jizz until someone stops me. That's also a Pornhub
My trainer,
video.
when he was doing his crazy bulking thing, like for a solid month, he'd have to drink a gallon of milk a day just to get his calories up.
Jesus Christ.
That helps. Good thing it wasn't skim. That shit would take 4 gallons. Skim milk is basically water, but just a little flavoring. It's like if you took a glass of water.
That's how I feel about almond milk.
Look, you can't do almond milk, baby. Almonds are taking all the water away.
Okay, that's also an exaggeration. It's not actually that bad.
Tell California that. I'm drinking oat milk. Have you had oat milk?
I like it a lot, but I'm trying to stay away
shit.
from the gluten stuff.
Oat milk, oats have gluten. Shit. What do you got left? Oh, soy, obviously. Oh, soy doesn't have gluten, does it? No.
It doesn't. It's just weird.
Yeah. Oh, my absolute favorite is Rice Dream. Rice Dream tastes like a goddamn milkshake.
I should try that.
Vanilla Rice Dream?
Thick. I want it to be thick and velvety.
Rice milk has. It's not the same, but like once you've like had a bit of rice milk, like the creaminess kind of lingers in your mouth a little bit, like actual dairy. So I like the rice milk the most. If I had to choose one that's the closest to being like milk. Hey guys, welcome to Lactose Alternative Cast. We are here to talk about all of the different.
When Sanders wins, milk will be banned.
Yes, in Sanders America, there is no milk. We have Ali Kuja will be summarily executed immediately for daring to be a cow.
They will execute all the cows.
Yes, of course.
All apologies to Ali.
Oh, Oklahoma, you fucking traitors. You know what the biggest bummer would be if the whole
we'll have robot cows.
If yesterday Klobuchar and Booty dropping out like completely works and it's just like Biden sweep. He's now the like he gets 55% of the vote and it's gonna be Biden.
It's really depressing if it's true.
Ooh, I'm gonna vote for him and then I'm gonna spend the next 4 years calling him a piece of shit. That's what it'll be if it happens.
What if Biden?
Yeah,
Gets
if
the
Biden
nom?
wins, I will vote for Biden in the general and then call him an asshole for 4 years. Like, what the fuck? Do this, Joe. What the fuck? Do this, Joe. What the just broken record like I have been.
If Biden wins and we vote for him and he takes the presidency, then we all immediately, like, as soon as it happens, like, and for 2
Move
terms
left.
in a row, a Republican president
Move
has
left.
been won.
Of course, but we get to bet. He still is beholden a little bit to his Democratic constituents. And he'll be hanging out, and there will be all these huge rallies because Medicare for all, and he'll be like, yeah, but do people want Medicare for all? Medicare for all? Yeah, but do they want it? New poll says 78% of Americans. That's the thing. Medicare for all is supported by more than 50% of Republicans at this point. It's almost like net neutrality and how popular it is, but no one really gives a shit.
John Oliver, essentially, you can look at the statistics, and he basically fucking hero for net neutrality.
He pretty much Oh no, his Medicare for all thing. His most recent one was a Medicare for all thing, which is basically a Bernie Sanders endorsement. If you take, he thinks this should be done. What candidate's doing that? Bernard Sanders is doing that. Like,
I didn't know he did. Yeah, how recent?
Like 3 days ago, the last show, whatever day his show's on. Last week's show, talked about Medicare for all. Sorry, let's go back to the chat here. I've been ignoring the fuck out of it forever. Allie, I don't mean to kill you 2 days in a row.
Robot cows.
I'm also almost out of
already have
coffee.
robot chicken.
Net neutrality, yeah. But do you guys remember how after net neutrality went away, how Ajit Pai made a fucking quick
shithead pie, you mean?
Quick, name a meme that is so dead you forgot it existed. What's a video?
All your base are belong to us.
Today,
Giant Reese's mug.
Less dead.
Where's the beef?
Harlem Shake.
Folks and fun.
He made a Harlem Shake video.
He did do that, didn't he?
I know. You guys all forgot about it. I forgot about it.
Cheeseburger, hell yeah.
Ajit Pai, he took away net neutrality and then made a big it might as well just been like 7 million of his middle fingers just in frame for however many minutes. But instead he did a Harlem Shake video a full 5 years after the Harlem Shake had kind of gone away.
Also, I want to clarify. When I say a shithead or a shit pie for Ajit Pai, I don't mean that as like, putting down his name or anything like that.
We're not trying to shit on Indian people.
It's just because he's
Indian people are fine.
He's a shithead.
Ajit Pai is a piece of shit.
Yeah,
whatever.
It has nothing to do with his name or background.
Rhymes
He also
with
happens
shit.
to be Indian.
Yeah,
I think is he Indian?
Anywhere.
I don't even know. Indian
Like
people in
Bill
the chat. He's not
Shill,
Indian. Where's Ajit Pai from? I gotta check now.
All right, this is actually an interesting thing. Do you think Trump's presidency has done as much damage as Nixon Reagan did last century? It does not matter because it's all part of the same problem. More Reagan than Nixon, but it certainly was beginning there. President Shithead today is a symptom, not the problem. He happened because of what the Republicans have been doing for longer than I've been alive.
Also, Ajit Pai is like a
that,
multi-generation American. He's just been here for a real long time. He just has a fun name. Sorry, I felt the need to look that up.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
He was born in Buffalo, where only bad things happen.
Project, really?
You have to keep in mind the context around Nixon resigning. If Nixon was in office today, watching people get away with things left and right,
he
would not have resigned today.
He'd be like, "What an idiot I was for resigning."
Yeah, like, motherfucker, I could have just kept going. I could have ignored it.
Oh, could have been president for life. Oh. Okay, I'm getting more coffee.
He made a mistake by quitting.
Nixon created the EPA, which is fucking great. He did a bunch of school stuff, which was great. It's not that he wanted to pull out and end the draft. It's just it was the right move strategically to make at the time, so he did. He's still on record saying all sorts of awful, racist, bigoted shit. So, he still is genuinely a bad person. But there were several things he did while in office that last today that were good.
Girl, I'd say it's basically the same thing with a different face, honestly. So It's the same incompetence, and then shit happens like Katrina or mishandling Corona. It's basically the same incompetence and looking the other way.
Nixon is vilified more than Reagan because at the time that was such a big deal for getting caught that it overshadows everything. Whereas we're still dealing with the fallout of Reagan, but it was never an impeachment. It was never like caught red-handed the same way. So, there's people today that still love Reagan because they have money and they like it, which is not quite the same as Nixon lied under oath and regard. Ooh, Colorado's been called for Bernie. Drink.
Yep.
Ooh.
Man.
Is Chuck Todd losing his shit yet?
Chuck Todd. Nah,
Yes,
Biden's winning enough states.
all
Chuck
the
Todd's
time.
not too concerned.
Uh,
I'm glad to
So,
hear
like,
that.
okay,
Blazowski. Thank you.
Minnesota, yes, Biden's winning, but it's close. So as long as in the bigger states where Bernie wins, if it more than oh my God, delegates and things need to go away because all it does is reduce the power of voters in the bigger areas. It's not as bad with the proportional voting, but it still ultimately happens.
Yeah, I mean, I guess this whole delegate situation made sense back before we had like good and quick record keeping abilities.
right.
But as soon
must
as
send-
like email and text and shit, there is currently can anyone here name a good reason to have an indirect democracy at the moment? Like, what is the
No.
real reason? I guess like, oh, fraud. It's like, no, it's fine. We can combat fraud. There's almost none of it currently. So,
Like the balance of the states that have less
Meaning voter fraud.
population is done by having every state have 2 senators. There you fucking go.
yes, and I think we should eliminate the Senate. But continue. I'm sorry, but you guys have seen those things where it's like, oh, the 51 senators we need to do X represent this much of the American population, and it's like,
Yes.
3% or some stupidly 12% or whatever. Like, senators, one of the senators from fucking Wyoming counts as much as one of the senators from Pennsylvania or California, or any state where people actually live. So I think the entire, and also in the Constitution, the senators were appointed. You guys remember that shit? For most of America's history, senators were appointed by the governor. They would just pick 2 fuckers. And they would just go. So it was even worse. And one of our amendments made it so you had to elect senators. So we have
Alkali, why are
drastically
you
changed the
drinking?
Senate, even in this thing. Alkali, you're
How
drinking
would
at
you
work?
change the Senate? He works in trading. Of course he's drinking at work. It's
I would
required.
I would replace the Senate with some kind of civilian committee, or, as other people have posited, you replace it with the popular vote. Anything that the Senate was going to have to deal with, you throw that shit up, the entire country votes on it, and then you walk away. Or you have some kind of revolving civilian board
Grab a mic.
of people who go in and out, and like they're very short term limits.
Grab a mic.
And you'd have to figure out a way of picking who, it'd be like jury duty, but you're picked to serve on basically the Senate. And you're paid like a living wage for the short amount of time you do it. And then you go in and out. And it also needs to be very easy to remove these people if like corruption or fucking shenanigans
Hey,
is
Fox,
discovered.
the camera's on.
I don't think it matters.
Look, Xander, I think it does matter, okay?
All right, then do it off camera.
Those. Look,
We've got
disembodied
those are just
arms.
props, like on a stage.
Pick up a microphone and have a very loud opinion about the American government.
He doesn't want to have an opinion.
That's it.
Observe from the other side of the ocean more than far enough.
I'm going to start streaming your elections next.
Hey, if another thing comes up for Scottish independence, I want to stream that.
Oh yeah, if there's another referendum, we are definitely streaming that day. Holy fuck.
Hell yeah.
Definitely,
Even if we're at a
that'd be fun.
con, we'll figure it out. We'll find a way to
then I
stream
can
it.
definitely take part of that.
Drinking is required for
Oh my
trading
God.
commodities. Yeah, but drinking
Oh,
is
look
required
at-
for exchanging goods and services.
Benny just baited me with his all caps. Scotland should stay in the EU.
Yeah, we
I saw
tried so.
the
got
E,
so far.
the E and U
In
look
the
like
end, it didn't even
ELL.
matter.
I thought, I thought it said Scotland should stay in hell. Is what I immediately. And I'm like, well, they are currently in hell, so
we are in hell.
Yep, that's completely accurate.
Wow.
Secret Sheep's like North Ireland independence, and I'm like, no, United Ireland independence from England. That's what I would really like to see.
You can do things off camera right over there. Okay. All
Look,
right,
he's not
so
allowed
what's
to do
next? Who are you
things.
waiting for next? I think Utah is going to go Bernie.
Utah's gonna go Bernie.
Yeah, last I heard.
Well, you have to remember
think that's
that
true.
That yeah, it is weird to hear like Utah's going to go Bernie, but all these red states, it's just the Democratic election, so that becomes weird because there's these states you never think about because in the general, Utah is never going to vote for the Democrat, so you pretty much stop thinking about them. But then the primaries are fun because you're like, oh, what Democrat do they like though?
Yes, you still get to participate in this part of the presidential
Yes.
process,
And for half the country, this is the election. If you're in a deep, deep red state, the primary is your election. It's the time where your voice does get to be considered.
So essentially, in my ideal world, like there isn't these weird staged primaries or Super Tuesday. There aren't delegates. There's direct elections and what have you. But a big key piece for all of this is not only campaign finance reform, but essentially like no lobbyists.
In Dragoria.
Publicly
In
funded
Dragoria,
elections.
which will never exist, also called gay space communism.
Like even lobbyists used to make sense. Because in the past, if you had some issue and it's 1910, you might never be able to get that to your senator or congressperson.
Yeah.
But in today's world, they know. Like, they know what's happening. It's very easy for them to know all these movements. Like, they can know whenever they choose to know about any issue. Oh, hold up a second. They're doing the board right now, and I like these.
Denver has gone for Bernie Sanders.
The person they send out to look at the map is always very
one
excited.
Of the arguments Bernie Sanders' campaign is
What are you
going
on
to
now,
make
Pepper?
is that he
Right
can
now I'm on,
activate Democrats,
CBS.
That he can build up enthusiasm
You
and
keep
turn
switching
them out.
around.
When you
Yeah,
see
that's
him
why I was doing
secure
that.
wide
That's fine. I'm
wins
just gonna
in
watch your
places
channel.
Like this,
Colorado
that argument
is
that
Sanders
he can
Bloomberg.
win,
That
not
actually
just
makes
in
a
very
lot
liberal
of
areas, but
sense.
that he can turn
Sanders
out
is the
a
progressive
large
candidate.
number of
Bloomberg is the rich guy
Democrats. And
candidate.
look, on
Makes
the
sense
delegate
to
count
me.
that you mentioned,
It
right
totally
now it's
does.
276
But the
Biden,
fact that
160
Warren is in there with
Sanders.
17%.
Sanders would pick up at least another 7 delegates out of here.
I would.
But the
All right,
point John
any
made
state
earlier,
that has
he's not
legal
going to get them
weed,
all, as
if they
we
knew it was
estimate,
good for
the
them, they
delegates out
should
of
be
this
like,
because
get a
he's going
free
to
J
split
if you
a
show
lot of
us
them
an I
with
voted
these other
sticker.
candidates.
And Anthony, while we have you, because you
Oh, I
are
wonder if that's legal.
so well versed in all of these numbers,
No.
still at
Isn't
this
it?
hour, even though Joe Biden has taken a lead, there's much more still to come.
What if they
right?
made it even worse, where it's
is.
like
When you
free
look at
joint
the
if you
states that are
just
still
say
outstanding,
I
we
voted
talked
to
about
us. Like we're not
Texas
even going to
before.
check. Just
We
say
talked
I
about
voted and you get
places
it.
where either candidate could end up picking up more delegates. This is a great example. You see the votes start to filling in here, all these
Alkali
counties
said
in
to me,
Texas.
not all
There's
heroes
over
wear
200
capes.
delegates out of here still to come.
Oh,
And so
let's look
I
at
think
Texas.
what happens
Rolling
is because
papers.
the Democrats hand out delegates just to the top finishers,
this.
well,
I
they
wish
might end
the
up
gap was
splitting
wider,
a lot of
but
these, and
the
that's what we're seeing
population
tonight. Even
makes
when a
that
candidate
gap more
loses,
significant
quote
than in
unquote,
other
loses a
states, so.
state, they're still picking up delegates, Nora.
Yeah, this
Really
guy's making the
important
point.
and we'll come
It's not
back
necessarily
to that,
about win or
Anthony,
lose.
and since we're
It's
on
about proportion.
Texas, let's stay with Texas. I love Texas. I'm
And
from Texas.
proportionally, our president's
Long
hands are small.
lines, for voting in Texas. Some people waiting hours
So
to
mean.
vote. Want to check in with CBS News political reporter Caitlin Huey-Burns.
I only
and
say
she
that
joins
because
us
I know
from the
he
polling
hates it.
station there
Like any
in Harris
sane
County. What
person
have you
wouldn't
seen
give a
today?
fuck because it doesn't matter.
Hi, Nora. We've been enjoying
Look at
Texas
look at him!
too. We've
Look at him
had
just in front of this field of
polling
signs.
location in Harris County in Houston since
How long
8
did it? Do you
o'clock
think
this
it's
morning,
gonna grow?
and the
Do they
lines
water that every
outside
day
this
with
polling
like liquid
location
gold?
waiting to get
Well,
in
it's not like
have
Arizona.
almost
Arizona's like
stopped.
that. Every
We
street
just
corner
talked to a few
ends
people
up
who just
in
waited
election
in
things
line
just
for
becoming
3
clustered.
hours to cast
Like
their
all
ballots.
four
Now,
sides of
about
the intersection, just like more and more
22% in our
signs
exit
every
polling
week.
showed that
And in
voters
our
were
state,
making up
the
their
signs will
nines
occasionally
at the
argue
last
with each. I
minute.
mean, me,
We
this
talked
person. Well, the signs will occasionally argue with each other, where someone will put up blah 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 prop blah blah blah, and then someone will put a smaller sign next, like they're full of shit. So you end up with like and the signs get smaller and smaller. It's like a weird little analog message board.
A thing I wanted to talk about when you're at voting places. So I recently changed my voting, so I now am voting in Chicago. So what I'm about to describe to you isn't the same anymore. I used to vote out in the suburbs of Chicago, which is very different than Chicago. And anytime I'd go, I would make sure to go at a busy time to stand in line, and I would make sure my parents would go with me. So I would have a loud conversation educating my parents about the pros and cons of various candidates. And inevitably, I'd get multiple people in the room going, wait, seriously? I'm like, you're serious? And I'd bring stuff up on my phone. I'm sure I'm like, yeah, here it is. You'd be like, I think I need to change my vote. So you can change minds if you're just matter-of-factly going like, yeah, I heard such and such about Sanders. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, I would intentionally play ignorant. Because if you go in hard for Bernie, that turns people off. But if you're like, dude, some kid just showed me this. I'm like, no way. And I looked it up. I'm like, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, my style has definitely changed a lot.
Thank you for
from when I was like
following me.
18 and getting real mad at W. Bush. Because people remember less the actual words you say and more the way they felt while the words were being said. So like playing dumb, as you said, just kind of being like, wow, man, it seems like Sanders wants to give everybody health care is like different than like, you fucking idiot, you don't know that the only Medicare for all candidate like that.
And then so it's like, yeah,
if you
like,
genuinely want to, if you want to win
Medicare
hearts
for
and
all,
minds,
he's got a plan that'll pay for it. Ever the question that's always asked.
Algonquin Bear, yes. I did pull that from the phone bank manual. Yes. That's it. But that's just, it's a concise phrase that says what I realized a couple years before.
Let's see, what do we got? States won tonight.
Yeah.
Look at all that gray.
I really wish that there was a distinct like, okay, and now it ends and we declare we know exactly what happened. Tomorrow even tomorrow people will be arguing over like, was that a good night for Sanders or Biden? I don't know. I wish it was more.
But that's going to happen even if Sanders won a landslide.
If Sanders won every single state, they would still be talking about like, is second place good for Biden? I just think it's really funny how much they were trying to emphasize second and third place for the first couple primaries, but then in South Carolina, no one went like, well, Bernie won second, which is the real good position. like, by the way, we've been talking about it. Sanders is in a great place with his second place finish in South Carolina.
All right, so question of the night. Is my microphone picking up the fantastic gurgling my stomach is doing?
No. I haven't heard it. If so, I haven't heard it. I'm sure if you were dead silent, then maybe. Like if the whole thing was silent and just you, maybe we'd hear it.
If you had like a stomach mic like on your stomach.
Yeah, man, mic your stomach.
I mean, you got two, right? You could have a stomach mic.
Mic your tum.
I could swallow a lapel mic.
Vor people want to know what's happening in your tum.
Chemistry, and not in the good way.
Okay.
Applied chemistry.
Biochem, go.
I like how Fork-tailed Fox is like, if it is, I can assure you, all the Vor furries are hard, and their very next message is, Pepper, what the fuck? I didn't even say anything that bad. You ain't above me. Gross Skunk says that your bulge should receive its microphone. Do that, and then just flex your cock and have it brush up against the mic.
No, you know what it would say? It would say, eyes upstairs, fucko.
Draggor, it's a microphone. It can't say anything. Only your penis can talk.
I thought that's what's been talking
Bulge
all along.
ASMR, no.
Yeah, I agree.
My penis whispering to you.
Yeah, me and Forktail Fox are on the same page here. Peter Griffin laugh. Who did that? Feed me, Seymour. That's what your bulge would say. Okay. We have to put things into your penis now, Draggor. I'm sorry, we don't.
I mean, I joke about it a lot, but it is true.
We are not doing cock for.
No,
It's
sounding.
Hey,
Oh,
It works
you know
better
what?
with a joke.
I think that's how I'm gonna scare off all my vor friends. Is they'll be like, "Yeah, I like vor too," and it'll be cock vor, and they'll be like, "Not like that."
Pepper, you have to be careful because in furry, anytime you level up the kink to make people awkward, all it does is select for the
Becomes-
people that go, "Oh shit, he's into
Yeah.
that."
Yep, and then yes, I know. I have one friend. Who is into anal vor, and they don't talk to me about it, and I'm like, that's fine. That's good. Let's continue not talking about this.
I'll talk about it, but not in the context of like if someone has a boner.
Part
Like,
of
if you
me
can
is
Come to
detach
my
talk about
podcast
it,
talking about anivore.
welcome
better
to
than looking at
Vorcast.
Bloomberg doing well in Colorado.
Part of me is just like, Sue,
Oh,
my
God, look,
ass
he's on
is hungry.
My ass is hungry.
Part of me is like, man, today sucked. I gotta crawl up somebody's ass. That's what time it is. Oh man.
Oh
So,
man, what if it was a sleeping bag? If you're into anal vor?
I got caught thumbnail. I got thumbnail fucked. Can we come up with a term for when you think a picture is something by its thumbnail and then you click on it and you were wrong because the thumbnail was too small for you to see what was actually going
Oh
on?
my gosh, this happens all the
Is there a
time
word
on
for that?
Telegram.
Oh, constantly. Oh, yeah. It's on Telegram, on porn sites, on, everywhere.
Oh, on porn, you're like, oh, this looks good, and then it's the exact opposite.
What's going on with Texas? Good thing.
Oh, he's winning Texas.
Aw.
Losing Massachusetts? God damn, man. Ow.
The M states aren't so cool this time.
Fuck it, dude. The M states.
The M stands for moderate.
Oh.
Good night,
Yes, explain
QQH.
those numbers to us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out, QQH. I appreciate that. Thumbnail fake out.
Biden.
Yeah, fake out implies that they're trying to trick you. I don't think anybody in these arts are trying to trick us. It's more that you're looking for a thing and you're seeing mostly that thing and you're clicking along like having a good time, and then one of them, like the algorithm or your search terms, just happened to, it's like, oh, this is almost the thing you want, but
Yes, Moth Monarch. Yes.
but I got tricked.
How
That's
about
a penis.
the thumbnail? Oh no.
I got mine is like, okay. Have you ever been the not opposite, something in the same vein is, it's not a thumbnail thing, but you're like you're looking at like a comic and it's like, oh, this is going a direction I like. So you're like, next page, like, awesome, next page. Oh yes. Oh. Next page. Oh my god, they ate his penis. That fucking exact thing happens.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and I hate it.
Do you know exactly what comic I'm talking about?
I might, because
We're like, oh, this is kind of hot. Nice. Even nicer. Oh no. And you just have to like hit the back button 15 times and walk backwards through that whole comic until you get back to whatever page you are.
I won't lie. I have totally, in previous years, like, just deleted from comics.
Ooh. Ooh.
Here, Pepper, I'm going to
Chad
send
agrees
you
with me.
on Telegram a sticker.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Telegram? Oh, fuck. I have to go to not only a different app, but a different computer to see
Do it on your phone.
this. Tell me what I can do. Okay, here we
I
are.
think I just did.
Oh, no.
The other one is on Telegram when you're in a sticker pack, especially like, oh, that's a cute sticker, and then you click and look at the pack, and like that's the only cute one in a sea of porn.
Oh, well, usually it's like, oh, look at all these cute stickers. Let's scroll to the bottom and see if there's a porn one.
And
that
then,
experience I've gone through many times. Gross skunk, I absolutely, yes. Sudden castration. It's like, oh God, this is not at all what I was. I just tell myself, I didn't see that. Click, 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 click.
yeah, I should try that. I didn't see that. Someone was posting on how to
They're gonna
deal
let
with
that-
intrusive thoughts, and they're like, my go-to image that I picture in my head is this picture of Jack Black holding a stop sign.
Jack. Oh yeah, I know exactly that picture.
Yeah.
Sorry, Levi Brunette was like, "You can have porn stickers." I thought that wasn't allowed, and I'm just like, unallowed.
Oh, sweet summer child.
So the other one, you're in public, you see a horse sticker that you like. Do you click it?
A horse sticker that I like. Do I click it to see the rest of them?
Furries are well known where in that sticker pack there will be horsecock.
I need to date
more than any other
a
species.
horse. Okay, now accepting
Bernie's on
horse
stage.
boyfriend or girlfriend applications needs to happen.
Hey,
Unmute.
Pepper,
Oh fuck,
Bernie's
Bernie's
on
talking.
stage.
Everybody shut the fuck up. This is the Bernie talking fucking Vermont. Everybody feel good about ourselves. Damn, dude, that room is loud. Oh, he is in Vermont. I'm kind of surprised actually.
You know, it's a funny thing. 31 years ago today, we won the mayoral race in Burlington, Vermont.
Sanders run as a completely rando candidate in Burlington.
That race against all of the odds. Everybody said it couldn't be done.
He legit ran as a Dem socialist in like the 70s, and they're like,
And
well,
when
you lost
we
real bad, but you
began
polled very
this
well in
race
Burlington.
For the presidency, everybody said it couldn't be done. But tonight, I tell you with absolute confidence, we are going to win the Democratic nomination. And we are going to defeat the most
Hey, I'll be right back.
dangerous president in the history of this country.
And make sure we secure downstream elections, please.
We are going to win. We are going to defeat Trump because we are putting together an unprecedented grassroots, multi-generational, multiracial movement. It is a movement which speaks to the working families of this country
God damn it,
who are
Pepper.
sick and tired of working longer hours for low wages and seeing all new income and wealth going to the top 1%. It is a movement which says the United States will have health care for all as a human right.
I fucking hope so, Bernard.
I'd like this shit show to play a different
It
tune.
is a movement that says we will bring major reforms in education, making sure that all of our kids can go to college without coming out in debt.
Look, guys, the conversation has shifted.
Now, what makes this movement unique is we are taking on the corporate establishment. We are taking on the greed of Wall Street, the greed of the drug companies who charge us the highest prices in the world, the greed of the insurance companies.
So I didn't think I would like Bernie's wife as much as I do, but I just like seeing her. I don't think I've ever heard her speak.
We are saying to the fossil fuel industry.
It's just, holy fuck, look at Bernie and his wife and just how normal-ass Vermonter do they look?
Industry, their short-term profits are not more important than the future of our country and the world. But we are not only taking on the corporate establishment, we're taking on the political establishment. But we're going to win because the people understand it is our campaign, our movement, which is best positioned to defeat Trump. You cannot beat Trump with the same old kind of politics.
That's not change. That's more of the same.
What we need is a new politics that brings working class people into our political movement, which brings young people into our political movement.
Pete with the 0.0.
Pete with the 0.
And which in November will create the highest voter turnout in American political history.
Look, Pete got one more delegate in Iowa, therefore he's the front runner.
So we're going to beat Trump because this will become a contrast in ideas. One of us in this race led the opposition to the war in Iraq. You're looking at him.
Yo, he accidentally put a really, really tall guy right to his back left. And that's that tall guy's son to his right, I think.
One of us has spent his entire life fighting against cuts in Social Security, wanting to expand Social Security.
So I know it's not, but it looks like the two people behind him are photoshopped and everyone else is like
has been on the floor of the Senate calling for cuts to Social Security, Medicare,
They look frustrated
Medicaid, and
because
Veterans Program.
everyone has told them, you're too tall. He's like, I
One
can't
of
move
us
right now.
led the opposition
take a knee.
to disastrous trade agreements which cost us millions of good-paying jobs.
Fuck, that's not... Is that Bernie's son to his back left?
And that's me.
I don't know what Bernie's son
And
looks like,
another
but I know he has an
candidate
adult son.
voted for disastrous trade agreements.
They got the same fucking nose. Is that his son?
One of us stood up for consumers and said we will not support a disastrous bankruptcy bill.
CBS and not for your phone. That would be so much better.
And another
he's on
candidate
whatever I'm
represented the credit card companies and
Somebody
voted
give me
for
some
that
It
money.
is! That's his son!
So here we are.
That's Levi Sanders.
We have two major goals in front of us, and they are directly related.
Yeah.
First, we must beat a president who apparently has never read the Constitution of the United States.
The tall guy is Levi Sanders.
A president who thinks we should be an
Ticket stubs
autocracy,
like what you don't know is the tall
not a
guy is
democracy.
taking a knee.
He's 9
But
feet
second of
tall.
all, we need a movement and are developing a
Hello,
movement
Ozzy
of
Snack.
black,
We're talking about who
white,
is and is
Latino,
not
Native
Bernie's
American,
son.
Asian American, gay and straight.
Yeah, you're right, Mott. That's definitely him.
Alkali, you
Also,
are such
Rusty
a top
Fox,
bastard.
holy shit for your
People
500 bits.
who
Thank
are
you so much.
making it clear every day they will not tolerate the grotesque level of income and wealth inequality we are experiencing. We will not give tax breaks to billionaires when 500,000 Americans sleep out on the streets.
And Bernie Sanders.
And that's enough of that
using
rally.
his
Thank you very
speech
much.
tonight to take direct aim at
Oh no,
Joe
we're being
Biden.
told
Another
this is firing up his base.
Thank you very much. Okay, who else is on right now? Where can we watch the rest of this? Where else can I watch the rest? Oh, The
We're gonna
Hill.
go to-
The Hill is on. I like them.
Look,
Hey, can I
now
go off
showing
for a fucking
every
second?
state where Biden's winning.
Oh, Xander wants to go off. Xander, by all means.
I do. Because I checked Twitter and I just noticed once again we cannot run a fucking election.
What's
Holy
happening?
Shit.
What now?
What happened? I have not
Just
checked.
lines and people leaving
yeah.
because they've been waiting forever for 3 hours.
Don't leave.
By design,
That
though,
shit
Xander.
is
By
going on in
design.
California.
I voted
So,
for
that's
Sanders
fun.
I voted for Sanders for 3 hours in Arizona last time. 3 hours from the time I got to the polls, the time I got to vote, and I almost missed a Mystery Skulls concert, and that is a true story.
But you did get to go.
Oh no, I still went. I made it there halfway through his first song. Like I fucking got there. Like, and I went specific because in the Democratic primary in Arizona, you were at least that year allowed to vote at any precinct. Almost like they knew they're gonna fuck up with. So they closed half of the precincts to the 2010 election. Half of them were open as compared. Yeah. Wait a second, to the 20.
Oh, this guy
2012.
looks like one of the guys in Cabin in the Woods.
Oh shit. Oh wait, we're looking at spending. Oh, it's because we're on Hill. Hey, the Hill is I'm not gonna say I can't just blanket endorse like watch the Hill. It's always great, but if you're looking for an actually progressive biased station, quote unquote, that would be the Hill. The Hill is progressive biased, but it is also still it's trying to like.
That is quite an earring.
It's trying to run like a what the fuck? Oh, is there people that we're watching right now? But like Hill TV it's fun to watch because it makes you feel good as a progressive, but it also, be aware, it's there to reconfirm your own biases. It's trying to be like the equivalent of Fox News, but for progressives. Realize the people on Hill TV still make all of their real money by getting on CNN. So they can never be that shitty to MSNBC or CNN because they still need work. But they're better than most. And they're definitely like they're pretty pro Sanders.
And why is this not
so it
working
makes you
out?
feel
And
good
it's
to
because,
watch.
white,
Just
if you
acknowledge
really
the
know a lot of
bias
people
as you
who are
watch
white
it. That for most of us,
and
watching Hill
college-educated,
TV is like a
chances
Republican
are
watching
good,
Fox
you
News.
know a lot of Elizabeth Warren supporters. The problem is
Does Hill
those
TV
people are
say
massively
they are
represented in the
progressive,
media.
or do they say
They're
"No,
pretty
we're
goddamn blatant. They do not try to be. They don't go. We're all fair and balanced. They don't go for that.
This is
They are
interesting.
So that is the difference,
blatantly,
which is talking about
yeah,
how
like everything in
the reason
leftism.
we're
They're
performing with
upfront about their propaganda. It's like this is propaganda,
2016,
just so you know. But we still believe in what we're saying.
Is because of Bernie Sanders increasing the Latino vote. Is that balance out is actually
Everyone's
what's
trying to
making
wonder
it
how
a
they're going to
true
try and take the
contest,
market
especially
advantage.
in places
How
like
Trump's going to
Texas
take credit
right now.
for it.
And
Yeah. Frick, I was hoping Hill TV would be playing the rest of that rally. Well, the rest of his, acceptance speech.
The market said, "Oh, thank God, they're
Congratulations.
not going to actually do Medicare for all."
So
Thank
I
God
was
it's
in
Biden. Basically, is basically their assumptions.
a common trope that the right likes to trot out is we're going to go back to a time when politics was more civil, and that was brought up in some of my like political college courses that I took because I had to. I'm glad I did, but I had to.
I wish I took
and,
more politics courses in college. I took 0.
Dude, the teacher was like, "What do you
So,
mean?"
Democratic
Yeah,
strategy.
challenged a
Christian
student.
Mamas,
What do
they
you
tell us why
mean
Latino
politics
voters
was more
are
civil
such an
back then?
important part of
And
the
so we went and
electorate
read
in the primary.
Latino voters are the
Well, back when they would fucking beat each other up with canes and challenge each other to duels.
But he was always quick to point out the difference back then is they would wear their bias on their sleeve. The newspapers were called the Federalist, the Democrat,
exactly.
Republican. Like it's
I almost
not-
like that more. They're not trying to trick you.
But was particularly
Well, that's the whole point. The point is you can't be unbiased. Like all you can do is recognize it and work from it. So if you wear your bias on your sleeve, you're at least being honest about your
Dishonesty.
Virginia and North Carolina.
Or, about your own blind
That bias
spots.
is dishonesty.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry. I immediately regretted my choice of words.
But Fox News saying fair and balanced is incredibly dishonest, and that's the problem.
That's an incredible amount.
Tixit Stubb says that MSNBC played the whole rally. Well, good on MSNBC. I'm kind of surprised, actually.
Also, I believe Pepper earlier, and I have made this mistake until earlier, it is supposed to be pronounced Ticket Stub.
Ryan Grimm.
Oh, really? Not Tixit Stub?
Everything really last night. And
If I read that message way up higher in the chat earlier, the mispronunciation is pronouncing the X as
the closest I will allow them is I will say the X as a so they can have a Ticket Stub. They can have that. That's acceptable in my hooked on phonics ass brain. Let me get some more coffee. You guys
you have
talk
an ass
more.
brain.
Ass brain. Well, yeah, I mean, we've been talking about many. Okay.
God damn it.
Right. What are you thinking?
Xander, what's been going on with you?
I kind of go back to
Jack and shit.
Kind of a point or the theme of
You
the
jacked off
big
shit?
Bernie
What?
Sanders
Oh,
piece
I
that
regret
Jack and
saying
shit,
that
baby.
immediately.
Oh
my
what-
god.
about,
Waiting for now.
which was that the Democratic Party,
I guess we're
Democratic coalition,
probably in another 40
as
minutes
currently
is going to be another
constructed,
round of
is
things
extraordinarily
closing. 'Cause
Oh
that's
yeah, the
next
closings.
hour
Right.
marker.
So we have to talk until
candidates
then.
win because of its reliance on
Actually,
superficial
shit. I brought
educated
headphones because I would
voters. And
prefer
in
those, and I
order for
didn't bring them
Sanders to win the
because
nomination,
I'm all
he
over
not
the
only
place.
had to beat the
God
other
damn it.
candidates, but he also had to transform the electorate within the party.
So Pepper walked away, and now
Yes.
it's us.
Suppress the turnout
Yes,
of the other
it is
candidates
just us.
because they were
Chad,
scared that
you
Bernie
got
Sanders was
questions
gonna
or
surge,
comments and things,
to
preferably
the
about
nomination,
Super
and that was
Tuesday and
happening for a while, but you
politics
were seeing
and
low
not the
turnout
other
for Biden
tangents we
in some of the
continually
early
get
states.
on.
Or he had to bring out working class.
Xander, what's the thing you're
young
hoping
people,
for
who
as
were
far as
disaffected
like
from
continuing
politics and
the
come out to the
blue
primaries?
wave?
He's not doing that.
What am I hoping for as far as
Fox
with the
asks,
blue wave?
Draggor, do you have a butt for? What's a butt for?
But it's obviously not far enough. Sure.
I'm worried that any form of that is not Medicare for all will basically just die harder because it's a half measure, and as we've seen with Obamacare, any half measure can just be
of delivering health,
basically just killed through law. And
I don't think
the biggest,
I just don't think any of those proposals are going to do it.
The biggest thing,
we'll see.
and part of the big reason why I'm very much in favor of Bernie, although I think also Steyer of all freaking people has been championing this, is election reform and the government process reform. Because as much as it was not great before, this modern obstructionist Republican attitude wasn't there when the Constitution was written. It wasn't there for the majority of our existence, is my understanding. Like just the straight up collusion and no.
That's not really it.
To me,
Bernie Sanders is very
Hold on, I'm going to get those goddamn headphones so I can hear you good.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm just going to monologue
Sorry.
and rant about what I hope for. And
But Joe's talking. Don't you want to hear Joe?
fuck no.
Give me 2 seconds.
I might be incoherent, but I'm not that incoherent.
People who live in these suburbs.
If a train is heading east from Chicago at 60 miles an hour, another train is heading west from Pittsburgh at 70 miles an hour, I will decide that this is stupid. This should all be metric.
To be electable.
How Gabbard is still in the race. Ticket stub. So Pepper was commenting on this. I don't fully know, but there's two things in play. One is depending on when you withdraw. I don't know what the threshold for someone appearing or being withdrawn from a ballot is. And then the other part is any place that has early voting. So if Gabbard was still a thing, or just people liked him and were written in with a significant amount, even if they withdrew, that is how those tallies happen. That's how, even though Pete's withdrawn, he's got votes in several spots because of things like that. I think it was... That was loud. Am I loud? Or are other things loud? Oh. The Hill TV, I think, is loud. Biden is loud. All right, I'm going to listen to our own stream. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, he's... Oh, he's just naming the states.
Oh, I can hear you so much better now.
Yay! Welcome back, Xander. Uncle Joe is peeking and is brickwalling his audio stream.
Sounds like Joe.
Joe is
I'm
being
corn
molded
popping
from
all over the
technology.
place.
This campaign.
I feel like a spry Lou Bega.
I don't know that name or reference.
A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit
I
of
now know what that is. Thank you.
There you go.
We need you. We want you. And there's a
Hey,
place for
Martini
this
Soft.
campaign.
Have you heard that new song by Belle Biv DeVoe?
People are talking about a revolution.
What?
Pretty hip.
We've increased turnout.
Oh, are we actually listening to Joe? I hope.
I'm not. I guess I could turn it on. Let's
He's
see.
just on the fucking screen.
To Joe Biden, he remembered
Slap your mom. That's what he just said.
Wait, what do we do?
He was like, blah.
Biden. Wait, let's wait for Pepper to put. Biden was on and was the gain was turned all the way up, and he was peaking and crackling while he just loudly shouted the.
He's like, I'm so popular, even though I'm in a fucking car wreck. Isn't that great?
This is the guy. We've anointed him.
Guys, are you excited for another? Oh, stream suspended for policy violations. What the fuck?
No.
The hill got. The hill got
The
taken
hill
down.
got taken down.
That's got to be more of this
The
corporate
hill got
shit
taken
attacking it.
down. NBC, motherfucker.
Okay,
Like,
hill's
the
down.
MCA,
If you don't have
go
3
the
letters
fuck
for your
away.
name, get the fuck out.
Well,
You want to talk about important things? Digital Millennium Copyright Act is one of the worst things to have ever happened, and that's what's
DCMA,
continually
yeah.
used to weaponize and fight the grassroots stuff that we try and do.
The hill got taken down.
Okay, so you guys want to watch what do we got here? We got What
Hey
is
guys, how about
Kirby
clip that?
by Polygon, which is pretty funny.
Teach
Yeah,
me.
clip that.
We could watch
Someone teach Xander.
Teach me how to clip that, because I'm an idiot.
You don't know how to clip?
I don't know how to do shit.
I'm not sure how to clip either.
Wait, Pepper, stop. On
What?
your screen right now,
Yeah.
Wishmaster 3
Yeah, Wishmaster
did a
3.
sexism, a surprisingly feminist critique of Wishmaster
Master
3.
3.
I don't
Yeah.
understand why that exists, but I need to watch that later.
Watch Scaredy Cats, Scaredy Matt. That's Thought Slime's other channel.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, Wishmaster 1, he fucking loves. Wishmaster 2, he's like, why do they fuck up this movie? And Wishmaster 3, he's like, why is this movie so sexist?
Which is the Wishmaster where the dude fucks himself?
Granted. That's 2.
That's 2? Okay,
Yes.
that one definitely imprinted on me.
Oh, he goes through. He's like, I used to think like when I was in like early college, Wishmaster 2, I thought was the best one. And then you rewatch, and he's like, this movie fucking sucks. Like it's just so bad. And you're like, wow. It takes the gimmick from the original one and just makes it like not matter anymore. Where in the first one, someone would wish for something and then you'd be like, cool. It's like a monkey's paw kind of thing where you make a wish, but it ends bad because it's a horror movie. And in Wishmaster 2, he would just blatantly tell people, your wish is not good enough. Phrase it differently.
So,
You're like, what?
Pepper, I'm going to segue this into Dungeons & Dragons. You can tell when your fucking GM finally discovered Wishmaster because, lo and behold, wishes show up.
Someone will grant a wish and it will not go well.
Oh my gosh.
and there's
I think
other
the
shit in
worst was
Wishmaster.
we spent 2 weeks consecutive writing down our carefully phrased wish to not get fucked. Like, I spent 2 weeks of middle school with the rest of the party. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
we have a wish. Let's do this.
We can't possibly. Oh, hold up a second. Cover super secret Super Tuesday coverage hour 2. Okay, let's try this one. Is this one working?
2 protesters just got all the way up onto the Biden stage.
Oh,
And then
great.
democracy-
Oh, nice.
Spent the last week wooing.
They corn popped him in the face.
Corn popped him. Got corn popped.
Trying to coax them.
One of them's
Hi-ya!
Klobuchar and threw a stapler.
Yeah, it's Klobuchar. She's up there just beating the shit out of people
Yeah.
with stapler.
He had a decision to make.
I want to almost explain that joke.
Oh my God, is he? If Biden gets the nom, do you think he's gonna make Pete his VP? VP? Oh no.
When is the last time that someone picked a vice president and you had ever heard of them before?
It's true.
Exactly. Like people are like,
Very
"Oh, blah,
true.
VP." Like that's where the conversation goes once the primary gets a little spicy. It's never anyone you've heard of. It's
true.
never anyone you've heard of. Unless he makes
Well,
Obama
and-
his VP, he's gonna lose. So it doesn't fucking really matter. Like
Well,
I
and
will,
then there's
I will
the aspect
fucking
of-
choke myself and vote for Biden because that's what gets me off. Is doing things I hate doing. And then
What's ironic is I hadn't
he'll
heard of
lose the
Biden
president.
before when Obama picked him.
Exactly.
So,
and the
yeah.
fucked up thing is Biden has been a politician for seven ever. Like he's been a politician since the beginning of time. He has been a senator. And we were just reminded, who the fuck is Tim Kaine? Also career politician who's been around forever. Swap out Biden and Tim Kaine. They're basically the same guy.
I think Tim Kaine
Yeah.
can form more coherent sentences on the spot.
Tim Kaine only seems cool because we haven't looked into him much because he isn't important. Get looking into them, though.
You also have the entire political landscape. So 2 giant lessons have been learned lately. And the first is with McCain and what's-her-face. I genuinely just forgot. Sarah Palin.
Sarah Palin, you can't forget her. She was Miss Alaska, and then she became Miss Governor of Alaska.
I just want to say Tim Kaine.
That's how Alaska picks
he's formless, and Joe Biden's got this big tough grandpa thing going on. Like, he is a kind of a cartoon character. So
hey, if you swapped either of them out for me, I should make you all aware. To me, all white people look alike. So Biden and Kaine basically swap them fuckers out. You can't tell it. I see no different. Okay, let's pull that up. Let's side by side this shit. Okay, here, let's do. Well, make your own window. Yeah, okay. And we'll put McCain over there, and we'll put Biden over here.
Oh God! If you picked Hillary as VP, that would be like confirmation that this is deep state bullshit, and we are in a simulation because someone's just playing The Sims with our lives.
I put all this effort into making this sim. I gotta find a use.
You see what I'm saying? Like, seriously, you think, dude, I made Trump president. Let's watch this shit.
You see what I'm saying? Look at him.
That's our life.
Like, between the two, basically no difference.
Shit.
I mean, who can even fucking... Are these the same people? It's like I'm looking... It's like I'm looking in a mirror right now.
It's like looking in a white mirror.
If I, like, grabbed him, like, 3 cups and
it's a Mayo mirror.
And shuffled it around really fast. Would anyone be able to tell the difference between these 2 fucking guys?
Undercover grandpa.
Undercover grandpa.
Undercover grandpa.
Who's this? That's not
now
Tim Kaine.
Netflix.
That's Mark Warner. Fuck.
That's Mark Warner. Are we just like are we comparing?
Yeah, I'm just
comparing.
Are we
having a white guy pageant? Is that what's happening right now?
Tell me these aren't the same people. You can't prove to me.
He is Mr. Old White Guy.
You can't prove to me these are 2 different people.
And now the swimsuit competition.
Look, you never see Tim Kaine and Joe Biden in the same place at the same time.
What the fuck, dude?
Oh, you know, Tim Kaine's long commutes.
Tim Kaine looks like Mr. Ass ran for mayor or something, and yeah.
Here's the fucked up thing.
What?
I didn't realize until I googled Tim Kaine that my mental. Okay, here's a funny thing. You know,
who do you think he was?
Did you know? Okay, not did you know that, but in a lot of.
Oh, did you know Alkali is the love child of John Kerry?
What? He looks nothing like. He looks nothing like John Kerry.
What? He looks like John Kerry. Your ass. He totally looks like John Kerry. Pictures. Bring up Alkali and John Kerry.
Especially, there was this period where Alkali was like letting the curls go a little bit more.
Okay.
Well, I believe you. Because he was an illegitimate child, and it hurt his career.
Yep, you're right. I mean,
and that's why he ended up with the most generic of names.
Although apparently, like, every rando says Alkali sounds like Seth Rogen. It's like that's all they ever say.
Seth
which is
Rogen,
kind of hilarious.
Oh,
yeah, apparently.
Hey.
Who is that?
The guy with the weed.
Seth Rogen. You remember who that is? You shitting me?
Wait, what?
Seth Rogen,
curly-haired guy.
What
was his
my
Pineapple
God.
Express?
Look, I hear Rogan and my brain goes, Joe Rogan's a piece of shit, but at least he endorsed Bernie.
Joseph Rogan.
Oh shit. Oh, we busted Alkali at work.
Oh fuck.
They just now they know he's John Kerry's love child.
I do not think he looks like John Kerry. You know who I think does look like John Kerry? I don't know his name, but I'm going to search it this way.
You cut out there.
Where is he? Let's find out. Where is he? Oh, let's see. Does the internet agree?
Does the internet agree? That's important.
They kind of agree. So there's a guy who I call John Kerry ref, who is a ref, who's an NFL ref, who I swear looks fucking just like John Kerry. But I don't know if the internet knows.
Look at that long ass face. It's Alkali.
Knows who I mean. Okay, boxing referee. All right. Oh, there he is. Tony Corrente. Let's check that.
Love you, hun.
Tony Corrente. Okay, I think this is the guy. This guy to me is John Kerry ref, and and he refs a lot of big games. He does a lot of playoff games. I'm like, oh fuck, John Kerry's reffing today. Good. Like, this is who looks like
really quick.
John
It's
Kerry
not that
too.
Joe Rogan's a piece of shit. I'm just very angry that he downplays the influence that he has and that his essential willful ignorance on the fact that he has a platform and platforms people that should
Joe
not
Rogan.
be,
Joe
is
Rogan.
so dangerous.
Oh
not
yeah, and
good.
Joe Rogan's like,
Yeah, sure.
he. Joe Rogan also like
I can see that.
propagates shit that his conservative friends tell him on his show. Like he doesn't even question it sometimes. It's really crazy. Like he was straight up saying like, "Oh, they're like making kids to have surgeries and stuff," and like, what are you talking about? Even
Making
like
kids
no.
have surgeries.
Are you talking like? Yeah. It was it was also propagating like chemical castration for kids and stuff when there's hormone blockers and they are reversible. You will still go through a fully reversible puberty if you go on hormone. So he was like propagating really dangerous lies. So
Yes,
But
it's
I
that
felt-
he has a platform and
Yeah, he
willfully
didn't
ignores
acknowledge
the
it.
fact that people listen to him and look up to him. And like you can't control when people do that. So he's like, "Oh, I'm just a person. I'm just a dude. I'm not responsible." Well, like you have this thing. So how you choose to deal with that and act with that, that is your responsibility.
You could take this exact same conversation and make it about like PewDiePie, and it'd be the exact same points. And I would still agree with them, where it's like, yes, they don't fully understand the amount of reach they have. They don't fully understand the amount of influence they have. And I don't know how they don't understand it, because they can look at their numbers and go, wow, I'm reaching this many tens and tens
I think
of
they're playing
millions.
dumb. Honestly, it's like kind of the Boris Johnson thing.
If I were to give benefit of the doubt, it's not that they're playing dumb, it's that they're genuinely scared by the idea that people would listen to them because they know how much they don't know. So the idea that suddenly they have this responsibility and have to be careful with what they say, because then what they say could influence and hurt people. The idea that a comedian could hurt someone is such a dangerous topic for them. I think that's why they end up with that view. That's why Bill Burr is in that way.
I remember watching Joe Rogan's comedy.
Right?
Remember that when he was a comedian?
We can't have that.
Holy fuck! I feel like I'm going back in ancient times.
Oh, I saw there's,
from when Joe Rogan
there's a
was a
new
comedian.
Tonight it would have been over.
in ancient time.
Next week is actually
There's a new Mark Maron on Netflix. I want to see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, is that out now?
Yeah, yeah, it's out.
Fuck. I'm probably gonna watch
I
that
think.
tonight.
Unless I saw like a preview, I doubt they would do that though.
I'm probably gonna lay in the darkness tonight and watch that. That'll be a good time.
Benny, bullshit. There's no way you knew that much about whiskey before you met him.
Nah, man, Benny's never drank a drink in their life. Orange, purple, or other.
It's going to be difficult, but not I think it was very even.
I never drank alcohol until a large top-headed man.
I never drank alkali until a tall.
I never drank alkali until alcohol. Wait.
God damn it.
To your point, the
Whoa.
media is going to start.
That could be a true statement.
Okay, so I'm going away from that particular feed just because the Hill does not have the resources to send people out to places.
Oh, good. Alkali laughed. Yay.
CBS this morning.
All right, CBS. We're back to CBS. All right, that's fine with me.
It's in the morning.
Actually, let's go back to
nighttime.
this.
You idiots. The Hill got taken down.
That one Hill feed was taken down, or maybe
Fuck
they took
you, Hill.
Maybe they took it down on purpose. Maybe we just don't understand. Yeah.
Hey, Benny, post a link to the shit Sudir says Twitter here. More people should know about that magnificent work of art.
It's good.
They really should. It's pretty funny.
Oh no.
I'm genuinely surprised that fucking Biden is winning Massachusetts. Did not expect that. Figured that'd be Sanders territory. I mean, I guess if we do the same bullshit math of like, well, if you add these two candidates together, you would have 46% of the vote between Sanders and Warren. Because I mean,
oh, like if Warren had done anything.
yeah, if Warren had dropped
responsible
out
by now.
I know, if Warren had dropped out. Look, I don't want to enter the same conversation of 2016 of why did Warren not endorse Sanders? That's the only reason
In my
he lost,
opinion, I think
Warren
Warren
didn't
should have
endorse him.
dropped out. In my opinion, I think Warren should have dropped out by now.
Yeah, but even
I
if she did,
understand-
that's no guarantee her voters were going to go directly to Sanders. They could have gone anywhere. I try not to think that way. Because if I
would
don't think
hope-
that thinking works when you combine Klobuchar, Biden, and fucking Pete, and I think that's ridiculous. I also think it's ridiculous if people just go like, if you add Warren and Sanders, like that's not how elections work.
No, that's true.
If you really want to know, Warren can drop out and see what goes on. But and it sure would be cool if at a convention Warren's like, guess what? Sanders gets all my delegates. Boo! Like that would
I
be
would be
cool.
curious to see what Warren voters' second choice is for the more.
Now,
I can't imagine it not
here's
being
where
Sanders.
it's not just about Warren dropping out. It is about Warren dropping out and picking someone to back. So
Yes,
if
exactly.
Warren dropped out and endorsed Bernie, that would be a big deal. But just dropping and not endorsing anyone, I agree with you.
Doesn't matter. Because
But
now
if Warren
she has
dropped,
Oh no!
Warren now has pledged delegates, and if she endorses someone, it actually means something. It means she hands them all of her delegates. Not that I think that's how fucking elections should work, but under the current rule set, that is how they work. And at the moment, I would prefer that to anything else. If you know
It's just
what I
every
mean.
time we have one of these fucking, like the first one was Iowa caucus,
Mhm.
kind of set the tone. Like,
Yeah,
fuck.
it's gonna be fuckery the whole way. It's just gonna be bullshittery and ass
All
the
the
entire
way.
way of the election. It's 2020. It's the worst year ever. We all knew it was coming.
Right?
We
It's like,
all
God
knew.
damn it.
We all kind of hoped it wouldn't happen.
Right? I was like, here we go. What is happening?
Oh, these are exit polls by state.
Oh.
I'm like, why is there so much Biden? It's like, oh, it's Alabama.
By the way, here's this big virus that we're not prepared for, and we're not going to ask why.
Yeah.
oh my god, YIFNet? Oh, I remember that.
GIF? Oh, YIF. All right.
No, YIF.
YIFNet?
Right.
Oh.
I understand.
What the hell's going on with FA right now? I
I haven't been on
attention to
FA in
things.
years. I'm not against FA, but I just have not had
No,
the time.
weren't they hit by like something? And
Yeah, they
they're
got
not-
DDoS, but that happens all the time.
It's happening to all the furry porn sites right now.
Oh.
Tiggus, I was not on YIFNet, but I was on YIF Star. Back in the day, before it became so furry.
Star? I
YIF
remember
Star.
that vaguely, yeah.
YIF Star
That's
is so furry.
I was on Fur Nation initially, I think.
Yeah, E621's going fine because they're funded. They're not. This isn't a secret. They're Bad Dragon's porn website. Bad Dragon owns
Sure.
them. They own the servers. They run everything, and that shit's never, ever, ever going down. because why would
They
it?
also have very competent tech people doing infrastructure and stuff
It's-
there that, let me tell you, the tech competency for most of For Affinity's lifetime, not there.
Because it's one part, two people, and they haven't really invested in it that much. That was kind of the whole hope with the whole what was it? Fervant, not Fervant. That's a convention.
It's a great convention that I'm going to this year.
The site that bought, I might be going as well, actually. The site that bought FA, we were like, we're going to sell to them, and then everything's going to get suddenly markedly better on the site, and then just absolutely nothing changed. Except then there were ads for this other site that bought them. Yeah, IMVU, that's the one, whoever the fuck.
IMVU, oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Imvu. They were like, we're going to make this site real good, and now it's like 10 years later, we did a slight UI change.
Wow.
And it was like, cool.
Capitalism works.
Good thing. Well, the thing is, the people who run that site finally were able to have a paycheck, and I'm like, I can't really fault you for that, because I mean, these are sites that are run basically for free. Not basically, literally for free in some situations. Not E621, but other ones. It's just the old furry fandom is just people who owned servers or just spent their own money on it and like hoped to make a little bit back.
Yep.
That's what we're like.
Yep.
Cat's here to pose in the window and be like, go to sleep. And they're say no. I am going to end at the top of the hour, though. We got about 16 minutes before I go off air, at least.
What's the next?
Yeah.
Well, we're waiting for 10 for the big drop. Is that what's going on?
Is it?
That's what I've been operating under. If I don't get a reward for making it to 10 p.m. for this shit, I will be disappointed.
For making it. Well, that's the thing, though. At 10 p.m., they'll be like, with 1% reporting.
This dude right now on screen through your stream is one of the dudes from Cabin in the Woods. I'm gonna go look up a picture.
Oh my God!
Is it actually like?
No, it's not.
Because I know who you're talking about, and yeah, he does look like him. But I'm like, did he moonlight as like an actor?
No, I love that dude. I know what you're talking about.
Okay,
I forgot
Richard Jenkins, the other one.
Middle
Bradley
management.
Whitford.
Stressed man.
And of course, one of the storylines of the night too. Elizabeth
It's like we need someone who looks
Warren,
really
and,
stressed out. Look
now
at
in
this.
third place.
16 minutes
Also
till
looks a
count.
lot
Yeah.
like Charlie Day.
Yeah. Well, if we look at
Yeah.
Massachusetts by district,
Massachusetts.
again, this is the way the Democrats give out delegates so that they allow everybody
California's
in one
gonna
region
start
of state
coming.
Here you go, Pepper.
to have a say.
Mark?
You see a lot of this orange
Yeah.
yellow color. That means Joe Biden is leading.
Oh.
That's the
That
reason
definitely
why
does
we won
look
this
quite a
race
bit.
toward Joe Biden.
Quite a bit like him.
People again.
You can see it there.
Looking at white guys
It does
with
look-
Pepper Coyote.
To me, those are the same person. Like, like this is just a personal failing. I'm not just making a joke here.
Charlie Day when he's going mad in like the map and room. All three of
Look
them.
at all
same
those
person.
white guys.
I really do have a hard time telling. Like, I say I have a hard time telling white people apart. That's true. But the real word
Isn't
is
that a thing?
I have a hard time telling anyone apart. I just don't.
Isn't that a condition where you can't tell faces apart? I learned that from an anime game.
And that was a plot point in Arrested Development.
Yes.
Oh, really?
And
Not
also
oh my God, you're right.
999. 9 rooms, 9 doors, 9 people or something.
I'm not face blind. I'm more name blind than face blind. Holy shit.
Yes, Stellario, Mermaid.
Mermaid.
Oh, fuck. Who does this guy look like? I already lost it. He looks like a really old Rocky.
No,
God.
The coal miner dad in October Sky.
Jesus Christ. You're gonna be a fucking coal miner. Was that his deal?
Chris Cooper.
Yeah. He looks like an angry dad. Chris Cooper looks like every like. Oh, he was. He was the bad dad in fucking American Beauty.
Yes.
Yeah.
So at conventions now. Oh yeah, you're right. That is who it looks like.
Get Chris Cooper.
Now I know who you mean. Yeah. Yeah, white person blind. That's better. Dare Austin.
White blindness.
Look,
Polar,
oh gosh, young
polar
people
vision.
fucking vote. Look, it's right there on the screen. Young people, fucking vote, please, for the love of God.
Hey, young people, go vote.
Even if no one new voted except for new voters between 18 and 25, we could swing any election in any way we wanted.
You motherfuckers have to live with climate change. Go vote.
There are now gross more millennials than boomers. Gross, like in terms of just sheer numbers. Millennials can take any election we want at this point. We just have to decide to vote. And I don't want to act like it's just decide to or don't. Yes, a lot of states are like prohibitive in their registration practices and their voting practices are just discouraging as fuck to new voters. I understand that. If you are a person like me who has the means and has a computer and has the time to call your shit and be like, fix my fucking registration, like, make it happen. I know it's probably too late for a lot of people because, Jesus Christ, we're already voting. Not for the general. Find out when your state's registration shit is. New York is a full year ahead of time. You have to have registered a full fucking year before the election. So if you're a New York State resident who has not yet registered to vote, you are not allowed to vote in this election. Sorry. November's going to come and you won't be able to vote. Sign up fucking now, and then you get to vote in the next one at least.
So now let's remember, in this country, you have to sign up for selective service, but you don't get signed up to vote or anything like that.
Yeah, you'll get arrested if you don't sign up for the draft. Don't sign up to vote. They're like, good job.
Basically.
That's what we, the political ruling class, want. Fewer people to vote. Actually, we only really want 2 people to vote. Like, whoever the 2 richest people are, they should be able to determine who wins the election, right? Because right now, one of the richest people is kind of determining the outcome of an election through only money. Not through ideas, not through volunteers, not through donations, through only the amount of private money they have. They are proving you can buy at least 20% of a primary through sheer cash alone, because holy fuck, their record is real bad. They are definitely not winning based on their record.
This isn't even counting for the bribes or lobbying on his behalf. Like, not even his company, his private wealth's behalf.
Yeah.
If anyone of his friends could go and be like, hey, could you send your money lobbying power and get this for me? And he'll go, yeah, sure. Can I, like, use your special mansion that has all these art pieces I like? Yeah, sure.
Woo. It's real sad.
Yep.
It's just really, really sad.
I really wish I was drinking right now.
But I don't want to drink because, like, then I'd have to drink alcohol.
Hey, zombie squirrel.
Ugh.
Welcome to our
just give me the drunk
little
pill.
election party.
Did you just hear what Xander said, Pepper?
I half did. I missed the last half though.
Just give me the drunk pill.
Give me the drunk pill.
I don't want to drink the alcohol. Just give me the drunk pill.
I'm putting off for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll do other things. Tomorrow I'll do other things.
I'll do other things tomorrow. Pepper plans.
Guess what I am doing
Planning
tomorrow?
with Pep.
So what I'm actually doing tomorrow is I'm recording a mashup of the Angry Video Game Nerd theme song and the Blink-182 song that just takes the George Carlin joke but sings it. It's just full of swear words, and I will be mashing them up.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What times are you doing that between, Pepper?
Oh yeah, you're a patron. You can witness this. I'll be doing a work stream for all of my $10+ patrons tomorrow at 5
what
EST,
times?
meaning 3 my time or 4 your time.
Until when?
Maybe 2 hours, probably.
Okay. Look, I'm wearing my interests on my sleeve. There's wrestling tomorrow night that I am going to watch.
Oh shit!
Mm-hmm.
What time is that? Can we? Oh, if we try to illegally
7
stream
Central.
that shit'll get shut down real fast.
There are ways to watch wrestling if you do a .in.
If you want to
that
watch
phrase.
wrestling, you can do so.
Oh yeah.
If you have any interest in watch wrestling, you can go ahead and find it somewhere on the internet. I mean,
It's also on TNT if you have cable.
who the fuck is that? Titties, no titties.
In fact, I would Google, hey, I want to watch wrestling.
I'm glad we're all on the same page. If you want to watch wrestling.
Yeah, man, if you want to watch wrestling, definitely go to a network that probably stands for titties ? Comma no titties. That'd be TNT.
Oh my god.
Or if you're not in the United States, pay for it on fight.tv and they won't do bullshit commercials on it.
Yeah, TV Fight, my favorite TV.
Oh shit.
Testicles? No. Testicles.
But yeah, after
period.
that pay-per-view on Saturday, I am not missing tomorrow night's show. No way,
so
no how.
Fun. So fucking fun.
Zombie Squirrel is pointing out that Bloomberg went American Samoa. We're very aware, and we are infinitely amused.
This looks like
that.
Tom Segura.
Ooh, so
Look, this looks like a more fit Tom Segura.
Bloomberg.
It is a more fit Tom Segura. Holy shit. You're right.
Tom Segura.
If Tom Segura was given like a hardcore haircut, beard trimming.
Oh, yeah, man.
Was like set.
If I were to unmute this, he'd be talking about
Chad Segura over here.
This, not that. Yeah, it works out. TNT.
Fit Segura.
A fit Segura. Oh, fucking fuck. Even Maine is probably going to go for Biden. God, it sucks so bad.
That sounds very Maine.
Nah,
Maine.
Maine.
Like a lobster.
Yeah, but Maine is one of those states where it's like, yeah, they're red, like they usually vote Republican, but not for the same reasons as they're not like Bible Belt Republican. They're a weird kind of Republican where it's more they just don't want the government to fuck with them.
Stephen
and I
King
can understand
Republican.
that. Yeah, like, well, Stephen King is definitely not Republican. If you watch his Twitter, But yeah,
No,
you're up there
no.
and you're like, leave me alone. It's the leave me alone Republican, the kind of Republican my dad was in the 80s, where it's like, oh, small government, get the fuck out of my business Republican, which is where if you vote Republican because you genuinely think they're going to get out of the government's going to leave you alone, I can understand that. I can understand that motivation. I cannot understand.
I can understand the motivation, but if
yes,
you look,
they don't leave you alone. They only leave you alone on things that they think they should. But other things, they're trying to enter your bedroom and your hospital and your doctor's office. They're trying to tell you exactly how to live your life, but in different ways. And that's why my dad left the Republican Party, because he realized they were the ones trying to moral police his life. And he's like, no, government, leave me alone. That's the whole reason I like your party.
so then he became an Alex Jones libertarian.
He became a Democrat. He's like me. He's a Democrat who hates all the Democrats.
Well,
look at these
most
fucking
progressives
assholes.
hate all the Democrats.
I mean, yeah, pretty much it. Don't.
Hey, it's only within the last year or two I learned liberal was a bad thing as far as that term of what it means.
I credit you, Pepper, for really hammering home that distinction. I really didn't see it before that.
Oh, the multiple types of the motivations for people to vote right wing, or should I say Republican?
No. Your difference between liberal and progressive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
the
yeah,
left is that it's not.
Well,
all
it's
this
pretty
one
common.
thing.
It's getting more common. It's becoming.
It's people forgot what the word liberal means. They assume like it's just the shorthand for anything to the left of Hitler. Like anything to the left of Sauron counts as liberal.
Hey,
like,
at least
no.
Sauron created sexy orcs.
Yeah, literally
I
out of
remember
the
Ross
dirt
Perot. He was
and clay. Ross Perot? Are you calling him an orc?
He was
They created orcs.
He's more of a goblin.
Ross Perot. Oh no. I'm sorry. When I think goblin, all I can think of is the extremely Jewish coded Harry Potter goblins.
Oh no!
And how uncomfortable.
Counting the money and
How
stuff.
uncomfortable. It's like, oh, we have a race
look
of
at all those little.
we got a
Oh,
race
look at
of
them
short.
controlling the money in the stock market.
We have a race of short, big nose people who control all the money, and you're like, JK, oh my god, what are you doing?
Well, and then you found out she's a super turf, so fuck
Yeah,
her.
it-
and
it does
fuck
make
anything that
sense.
gives her money.
In the Harry Potter world, they control magic Hollywood or something.
Pony, no. Did they really put the Star of David in the bank? No.
No way.
I have to check this.
Oh shit! Or what's the other one that blew my mind? Altered Carbon, where you can just fucking cross sleeve. You're a brain and a disc. That author is a transphobe.
Yeah.
Like fucking how? You wrote the solution to the unfortunate brain body mismatch.
Oh.
You wrote the solution.
I'm looking at the carpet pattern. I don't know. Maybe you could make the argument that that's like.
I mean, that's also a Chicago
Oh,
star.
I'm sorry. This is Australia, Inside Australia House. So this is a pre-existing building. This is not a building that was made specifically for Harry Potter. It's a pre-existing building that already had that in the floor. Okay. I'm sitting that one out. I can't claim that there is anti-Semitic symbolism in the Harry Potter films. If that floor was not specifically designed for the movie, we can we'll call it a coincidence. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here, but that shit's a little uncomfortable.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. They're
What
animating
was
over
that?
the monument. Fuck
That's
that.
creepy
Fuck
as
them.
hell.
Oh god,
Mhm.
it's a fucking political dick.
Just gotta put your politics penis directly into the sky.
Politics penis in AR. And then his Uncle Sam will emerge and like give a thumbs up
Hey,
to
Xander,
his morning
some
wood
animator
of
got
liberty.
underpaid to do that.
What?
Some animator got underpaid to do that.
Oh, big time.
Unfortunate.
Someone's gonna have to animate Joe Biden doing the Cabbage Patch or the floss dance. This is the world we live in.
Bro, what joke? I am not continuously reading the entirety of the chat.
Okay.
Dang. My never mind. I lost the reference I was gonna say this wine smells like jerky, and then I realized it was just my own burps that smell like jerky.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Not on purpose. Politics gave them a monumental erection. Thank you, Martin Asoff.
Yup.
I'm okay with that. Okay, we're gonna
Did
see
they
what
really
California's
just do
doing.
Heart when a news reporter was like, "Oh, look at the kid in the cage."
I'm sure the audio made it make a little more more sense. Okay, let's go back to MSNBC. Let's see what they're saying. I just want to see California drop their new album. See what California's saying.
California. Oh yeah, they're supposed to drop their
dropping their EP right now. Apparently,
like
I
a
see their
fucking Korean boy band. Here comes California.
Then I have to shut down because Moore wants to go to sleep because it is a Tuesday.
Like Jimmy Fallon's anus. Look out. Sorry.
Look, Algonquin,
He
you
has
gotta clip
the
that.
Korean boy bands on a lot. Oh wait, now we're going to a fucking commercial about him.
No, it's back to the sad MSNBC footage. Well, that's kind of what
This
everyone
is-
does. Everyone does sad black and white footage.
We watch the world burn for you.
But when it comes to how to decrease the number of burning world shots we have no idea. Vote Biden, I guess.
I don't know. Just get off the couch. Biden 2020.
Vote for the candidate that remembers black and white TV.
BNL2.
Stop smoking all the weed.
So far,
Oh,
Bloomberg
that'll
has
get him,
not
Joe.
won.
Good job.
No. Oh, here we go.
Never forget.
Too early to
this-
call. Okay, so it's going to be a Sanders Biden pretty close, like we all fucking. Oh no, Bloomberg was gunning real hard for California, so I'm curious how much of the thing he managed to buy.
Jesus Christ.
Look, I'm never shocked, okay? I'm never shocked
Yeah.
at America's potential to go, I feel safe with people I know. The devil I know
What
is
was it?
different from the one I don't.
It was Chris Rock, white people gonna white.
I mean,
I
yes,
don't know when that's
white
from. That's
people are
true.
going to white.
I think it's from the special where he did like the 3 shows and put them all together. He was talking about elections.
Oh man, I remember so little of that one. It was kind of weak, honestly. But yeah.
Holy fuck, Biden 3rd place in Colorado. Very weird. Glad he's winning. Yeah, of course he's winning Vermont. You don't even got to tell me that, NBC.
See, but Bloomberg is gonna just pledge all his bullshit to Biden.
Minnesota, Tennessee, Alabama,
Right?
Oklahoma, and Arkansas. So
Blue-
he's sweeping the South, posting some.
I don't know.
huge
I
margins
genuinely,
there, which
I
will
don't know.
Oh,
Is
the
he?
the Biden gun is complete.
Not just
Look at that thing.
The Biden gun.
Pointed at California.
Oh shit, he's gonna shoot California.
as we kind of reset here.
Look
8
out,
o'clock
motherfuckers.
Pacific time,
Okay,
California
so
polls
just to give everyone perspective, as you all saw, it was at stake tonight, delegates, 1,300. And right now, Biden has 300. So there's a lot of shit to yet come out tonight. But at
Yeah.
the same time, do not expect any like big flips. Like people like to shit on the whole, with 0% reporting, we're calling election for blank. Like if the Associated Press is calling it, that means it was a huge win. It doesn't mean it's necessarily illegitimate. like if California, what they're saying too early
It's
to
like
call.
right now, yeah.
Yeah, if they had already called California, that means someone destroyed in
Yeah.
California. It's not necessarily illegitimate right away. Don't buy into to people going like, "What? 0%? How can someone?" It's because they checked exit polls. Exit polls. They looked at exit polls, and if the exit polls are so overwhelmingly in one candidate's favor, they'll just call it for them. They'll be like, "Yeah, 60% of respondents said this candidate. So in this race, that's an extreme blowout." Yeah. Oh, asterisk no states won. Aw. Oh yeah, Bloomberg has won a state. American Samoa. Fuck.
Oh yeah. Dude, Bloomberg's gonna buy Samoa, you know it.
He's just gonna Oh,
He's gonna be the king of Samoa.
The homeless Usos. Suddenly, no. Okay, there's I only know this because I watched not even quite a documentary, but a thing about American Samoa. And one of the reasons the Samoans do not necessarily want to become an American, a state, a full-on state, is right now in American Samoa, the only people who can buy land are people who are, there's a whole fucking blood quantum thing going on where you must be Samoan to buy land in Samoa, which prevents people like Bloomberg currently, which while, like, I don't like anything that is like blood quantums are never great when you look into policy, because it sure as fuck has not benefited Native American communities in the U.S. overall.
No.
But it does keep ultra-rich fucks like Bloomberg from just buying up most of American Samoa and turning it into a golf course resort. So most Samoans, when you poll them, are like, no, we don't want to be a state, because right now they have a level of self-governance that allows them to kind of keep their shit, which I can fully respect as a colonized nation. Like, acceptable. Like, I get that. But why did they vote for Bloomberg? What the fuck? What does that mean? What does it mean?
Wait, Pepper. Doesn't Hawaii have stuff like that? So, like, they could still enter and be a state with those rules or something like it that is acceptable.
Well, no, because you get the supremacy clause, and none of your state rules can override the Constitution. And that would definitely be declared unconstitutional, saying that you must be a certain ethnicity to buy land. That would not hold up in constitutional court. So even if they did become a state with that rule, it gets shot down pretty quick.
It wouldn't be ethnicity, but it would be some kind of familial trace route to it.
Yeah, but can you imagine that law existing in any other state? It would always be called unconstitutional.
Saying. Isn't there something like that in Hawaii?
Not that I've heard of, but I cannot confirm or deny. I just haven't heard that before.
Or like the land that is owned by the state or what have you, like you never actually buy property there. You can only get leases, or there's something there. I swear there is.
It might be that the U.S. government technically owns all of Hawaii, so you can't own it because the government owns it. But remember how Hawaii was taken over. They were a sovereign kingdom, and we're like, hey, queen, literally, queen, and she's like, okay, they're gonna genocide all of us unless I agree to this fucking situation. And then she wrote fucking Aloha Oi, like the which is basically it's that it was like haha, stereotypical Hawaii song. The whole song is a fucking tragic ballad of goodbye Hawaii. Sorry. And you're like, fuck.
So in Hawaii, a large majority of the land once owned by the Hawaiian royal family is now held in several trusts. And a lot of that
private trusts or government
welfare
ones?
of the Hawaiian people. So like the government could still come in and fuck with stuff, but just general rich assholes can't.
The state of Hawaii essentially owns them now, I'm assuming, right?
Without spending like an hour reading into this, something like that, sure.
Right. Oh, Moore's saying, have you given me money today? Moore's very nice. Okay, we're about to get at Moore's in the back flashing the red light like, you're about out of time, buddy. Before he's got to go to sleep. It's not because I want to go to sleep, it's because Moore needs to go sleep for work. You can give more money
you
instead.
Don't have to put on the red light.
If you want to give more money, just go on PayPal.
Thank you.
peppercoyote@gmail.com. All money will go to more. Will go to more. Yes, exactly. I will take. Of course. I will absolutely take all of your money, more. That's why I'm in this relationship. You're my sugar daddy. I just choose poorly because we make the same amount of money. Shittiest sugar daddy ever.
Splendid daddy.
I'm going... Ticket Stub says that they got a notification saying Sanders will win California. Would be nice.
Good night, zombie squirrel.
Zombie, yes. By all means, have a good
Somebody
night.
gave me some money.
$1 just tipped. $1. Thank you, $1. I appreciate that.
They tipped themselves.
Okay. California results. There are none.
California doesn't exist.
But they do have
press that F5.
They do have Bernie Sanders at the top of their thing, so he's probably going to win. But we just have to hope that it's by a lot.
Yeah, I guess
so.
so.
See those various polling places that all randomly had Biden at the top and Sanders wasn't even on the page?
Yeah, second page. That was fucked.
That random number generator was randomly pre-selected to give the outcome of Biden in the... They went hunting for months for the random seed to pre-select on all these machines. If anyone understands what I just said, kudos to you. But
as a speedrun fan, I know exactly what you mean by seeded random.
Oh, you do? Oh, thank fuck.
It's random, but the result is a specific result. Therefore, it is seeded, and you choose that particular. It is a random result, but it is a random result.
True randomness is very hard to achieve, and companies pay a lot of money to get it and guarantee it.
See, yeah.
It is scientifically
what do they call it in
speed
random? Specific random events that you
seeded. Yeah, seeded.
Something else.
Because like you can't run speed running like roguelikes is a thing, but it becomes much more interesting if it's a seeded speedrun race between two people. Like who can get through this roguelike more effectively, faster. Like that's more interesting.
Apparently Al said Secular Talk says Kelly was called for Bernie, but we'll see.
That's cool to hear. I mean, but again, it doesn't matter
Benny,
who wins the states.
Me correctly.
Holy shit, Sanders is still up in Texas. That's exciting. Yeah. Hope it's a big one.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I, and therefore the stream, have got to tap out for tonight because Moore will murder me if I stay up for too much longer. It is now 9:11 p.m.
Pepper.
Thank you, Pepper.
Thank you so much for being here.
By the way,
Xander
we'll be doing
and
a stream
Draggor.
on Dragon Show on Friday, I think.
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
Draggit Show Fireside Stream. Check out draggitshow.com. Xander's got his stuff there. And Draggit Show Twitter.
Please, by all
Mostly on
means,
YouTube, but yeah.
check the text they have on screen. Xander is a great guy. Draggor is a great guy. Both of them do great things. And if you like what we have been fucking around with tonight, you would like our more on-purpose content as it comes around.
You might have seen Fox and I have started streaming classic Doom stuff. I have just found a server. We're going to do some open play where you can have anywhere from 30 to 60 people join ye old classic crazy Doom maps, including a bunch of custom-made weird bullshit. So anyone who wants to do that,
get on Quake 1. Let's do some deathmatch in Quake.
If you're seriously requesting that, Pepper, I will go produce that and make sure it happens.
Realize I have played original Quake 0 times.
Thanks, Al.
I have played Unreal Tournament 2002 a lot, though.
2003, you mean?
Sure.
There was UT Classic in 99, and then Unreal Tournament 2003, which was a bomb. And if you still had your UPC for it, you get a discount for 2004.
So I played 2003 when no one did, and I did not understand. I didn't understand because I was on a school computer. I did not understand how online play worked, and when I would kill people in Quake, not in real life, those people you'll never learn the names of. When I would kill people in Quake, I did not understand that it was like, oh, that was a human in some other state who just got rocket launched in some bullshit 2v2 capture the flag map. And I, as a child, did not understand that I was defeating actual humans, which was very fun. Okay, I'm going to actually click off this now. I love you guys very much.
Good night. Thank you for
Good night. Bye.
Buy my album. Just Google Pepper Coyote and just buy whatever the first result is. I don't care what it is. Just go buy it. Good night.
Bye.